What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to JJD TV. I'm your host, Josh, and we are here with an absolute belter of a watch-along coming up. It is the group stage match between Germany and France, and it's a big one. I'm really looking forward to it. Last game we were going to do yesterday between Spain and Sweden was not the most entertaining, but this one should be in the making for a real interesting one. The lineups are on the screens for you guys, so we can take a nice little look at them and see how they're going to go today. It does look like Germany is lining up in their 3-4-3, which was kind of expected. Still a good, strong-looking squad. Neuer is in between the sticks. They've gone with the 2-3 center backs of Ginter, Hummels, and Rudiger, with the two wing backs being Joshua Kimmich and Gozens. They got Toni Kroos and Gundogan as the two center mids, with Müller and Havertz starting just behind the strikers in that freedom kind of role, and Gnabry playing as the lone striker up front for the Germans today. As for France, they're lining up in the 4-3-1-2 or 4-1-2-1-2, depending how you want to look at it. Lloris is in net. Pavard, Varane, Kimpembe, and Lucas Hernandez are the four at the back. They got Rabiot, Kanté, and Pogba, with Griezmann as the cam. Benzema and Mbappe up front. So a very good looking French squad. I'm going for the Germans. Let me know in the comments who you guys are going for. I'm assuming a lot of you guys, considering, we're a Dortmund channel, would be going for the Germans, but I am very interested to see who you guys are going for. But they are some pretty good looking starting 11s today, and it should be a pretty good game to say the least. Can't wait for the game. I know a lot of my Germans are very nervous for this. It should be fun. If you guys are just tuning in, drop a like, and let me know what you guys are feeling for the game today. I think that the Germans have more of a shot than they may look at first glance at this French squad, but that's to take nothing away from the French squad. They are going to be a very challenging team to take on. Biggest game of the tournament yet. It is. I agree. The Portugal-Hungary game earlier on in the day was it was an interesting one. It looked like Hungary was maybe gonna see it through, but in the end, Portugal ended up walking and cruising away with a 3-0 victory. But this is the real big game changer, man, and I'm pretty excited to see how these two teams get on. We'll be going for Germany here, but I mean, I'm sure there's a couple people in the chat that may be going for France. Hi Josh, how are you today? I'm good. I'm excited to watch this game. I think a lot of you guys are probably excited to watch it as well. I mean, looking at the German starting 11, I don't know. I think a lack of a real true number 9 is an issue for me. Taking a look at this squad. Nothing against Gnabry. I just think that he's better on the wings. It's going to be interesting to see the way that Müller and Hummels come back into the starting 11. We get to take a look at our boy and see how he does today. And for the French team, I mean, I'm just hoping that the cohesion in that squad may be a little bit too much, considering that they seem to get in little arguments here and there. But it should be a fun watch nevertheless, and I'm excited for it. Dortmund guy scored. Guerrero, he did. Absolute skill, my man. Dan's here, says, yo, Josh, bro, how you doing, my man? Hope you are doing well and you're excited for today's match. I hope Germany wins. I need some joy as my country just got beaten. Martin, that's fair. I mean, I'm assuming you're referring to Hungary, which, I mean, they had a good game, man. Like, nothing to hang your heads about. It was with the Portuguese throughout the entirety of the match. They had a couple good chances, the offside goal, but, I mean, the Portuguese just showed that they were a little too much towards the end, and, yeah, I mean, it hurts. Going for Germany. Dan's going for Germany. Let's go. Germany 3-2. Interesting prediction. I don't know. I haven't put a prediction on the match yet. I really don't know what I think is going to happen. But hit the like button, guys, if you guys are just joining. Get us to 20 likes, unless we're already there. I honestly have no idea. But my favorite player, Rafa, scored. He did. Guerrero had a good game today. He was dominant in the way that we know he can be, as by watching him through Dortmund. It was a good game, and it was nice to see him get a goal. I think a draw could be a good result for Germany. I think so too, especially in this group, knowing how important third place is going to end up being. There's not a crazy amount of pressure on the Germans to get a result today, but I don't know. I'd like to see them go for it and play some attractive football, but it's going to be an interesting game nonetheless. Go Germany, just concerned with the lack of speed at the back end. Yeah, I mean, we have Hummels playing in his quarterback role, which we know that he's very good at doing. I know that the back three, I mean, having players on each side of Hummels can give him a little bit of freedom to do what he does best. I know Rudiger's on good form. Ginter as well. He's played for a right back for the Germans before. But it'll be close. I'm more worried about the lethalness up front. I'm not convinced that Gnabry can do it at this level, playing at the number 9. That's where a little bit of my doubts are coming in, where the French have Benzema, Griezmann, and of course Mbappe to take on those chances. Do you support Germany? I do. They are my European club. They're my background. I'm very Canadian, as probably a lot of you guys know, but when it comes to the Euros, I always support Germany because that's just where my background is from. So I don't know. I'm very curious to see the way that this match goes. I don't know what Jurgi Love's got under his sleeve, but it should be an interesting game. It should be a fun game for the match today, and I'm pretty excited for it. But key players for the Germans to watch out for is, of course, Mbappe. It was already touched upon that he'll be coming out of the back three with some speed, and yeah, I mean, it's a little nerve-wracking, to be honest, but we'll have to see where they're able to go. I think it's hopefully going to be an entertaining game with lots of goals. But I don't know. I put a comment out earlier on Twitter, and a lot of people are thinking that Germany's probably not going to win. But I think they may surprise some people today, man. I really do. I think France are going to win 3-2. Yeah, that's not a bad bet. I do think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be an interesting game to keep an eye on. I think it's going to be high-scoring. I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith that the Germans are going to be able to keep this France team at bay, but you got to hope, guys. You got to hope. Luke Carey says, let's go. Yes, my man. Let's do this. It should be a good one. Let me know where you guys are watching from today and put your predictions in the chat before this thing gets kicked off. We're about 8 minutes away from starting. So it should be an interesting match. Drop a like if you've just joined. But I don't know. I'll guess we can go for a prediction. I'm going to be bold. I'm going to say 2-2. I'm going to say 2-2. I think there's going to be some goals in this game. I think there's going to be some poor defending on both. A big issue with this French team is their fullbacks. I'm not overly convinced that Benjamin Pavard or Lucas Hernandez can do it again the way that they did it last time. I don't know. They're to me, they're natural center backs. They're both been pushed out. Lucas Hernandez has done a good job at the left back before, but I don't know. I think that could be an opportunity for the Germans to take advantage of this French team and hopefully get some runs in and burn the two fullbacks. Go Hummels. Yes, our lone Dortmund boy is on the pitch today as Emre Can is not in the starting 11. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see Hummels in his best position at his age right now, in the back three, in the heart, having support on both sides of him. It should be fun. But we'll see how this thing can get on. I will pop in once in a while. Too nervous. Let's go. Deutschland. Yeah, there's going to be some nerves in the chat today. There's going to be some nerves. I don't know. This is supposed to be a good game on paper. It should be a fun one. I think there's a lot of question marks around this German squad, and I've watching some of the analysts, and they were talking about this German team maybe upsetting the French team, and I'm not gonna put money on it, but I do think there's an opportunity. I want Belgium to win so that Meunier can get some confidence. I mean, he had a goal and assist in his opening match. I mean, there's no reason why he might not be able to come back into the squad and do something there. But I definitely take your point, my man, and I wouldn't rule off Meunier just yet for this Dortmund squad. France 3, Germany 1, but I expect Germany to surprise us. I mean, I think it's going to be an all over the place kind of game. My prediction was 2-2. I think there's going to be a lot of goals. I would love to see the Germans be able to do it. I think there's question marks, like I said, on both sides. I'm really curious to see how Gnabry gets on today, leading the line. Curious to see how the fullbacks get in. It's a very unorthodox looking back four. I know that they won a World Cup with this back four pretty much, but I don't know. I still have a lot of question marks over Pavard and Hernandez being able to do it, considering I both think that they're natural center backs. Oh God, need a beer and a shot at the same time. Angie needs to relax the nerves a little bit. I respect it. Put in a little DOS boot and you'll be feeling a little bit better. Both of the fullbacks have scored. They have. They have. They are to me, they're natural they're natural center backs, and having them playing out as a left back, right back can kind of go for it a little bit, but we'll have to see. Angie does not want to see Belgium winning. I understand that as well. Lineup is kind of what I expected. I agree with that. I think it could have potentially introduced Leroy Sané, which could have played to the advantage of the wings. I don't know if that'll cost them. Like I said, with France playing as a diamond, there would be a lot of space going down the wings, especially with the two fullbacks on France that aren't actually natural fullbacks. I think it was an opportunity maybe missed by Jurgi Löw, but I agree they had to get Muller on the pitch, and the only way to really do that would have had Muller as your false nine with Gnabry and Sané on the wings. They chose to go with Kai Havertz in there, which led to the more natural 3-4-2-1 formation. But it's gonna be an interesting little tactical duel, guys. But pop in some flags where you guys are watching from around the world. I know Angie's in. Actually, Angie, I don't remember where you are. Are you in the States, or are you actually in Germany? I'm watching from Canada. I know Tyrone is watching from Canada. He wants to see the Germans. I want to as well. And I'm excited. And the game's about 3 minutes away from kicking off. They are just singing right now. We see Gozens in there. It's going to be very interesting to see how Kimmich can get on playing as the right wing back. A lot of people wanted to see him in his best position, in the heart of the midfield. He got obviously pushed out, took on Klosterman's role. But I don't know. I think there's a lot of talent on this German squad, which I think a lot of people forget. And bringing some experience back, Hummels, as well as, of course, Thomas Muller, it should be fun. I'm ready to sit back and enjoy it. Drop a like, guys. Subscribe if you're new. And hopefully drop in a little German flag, because that's where JJD TV is going for today. This he'll come on if needed. He will. Bringing on Leroy Sané is not a bad option in the long run. Can't go too wrong with it, but Angie says she is in LA for this month. Watching from India, White, my man. I like it. I'm watching from England, as I'm English. Dan, that makes sense. Makes sense. Dan, how you feeling about England this year? Feeling confident? I'm just here to see if they kneel or not. All right. Well, I will keep you posted. They're showing these starting 11s right now. It's a different looking front three, obviously. I mean, I'm very curious to see how Benzema can integrate back into this squad. Giroud's obviously not starting with the little bust up between him and Mbappe. But Gozens and Kimmich can help on the wings. Gozens is a very impressive fullback. I think that a lot of clubs will be looking at him this summer, potentially to leave Atalanta. Kimmich obviously he can play that Philip Lahm type of role, man. He can go all over the place. I'm excited to see how Kimmich does today. I think that he's at his best in the center of the park, but we have a lot of talent there. We need Gundogan to start. You have Goretzka. He's not obviously in here right now, but you need a lot of players. You got Kroos and you got Gundogan on the field. You're able to get Kimmich in, moving him out a little bit to the wings. They are both going to be pretty important today. I'm very confident about it. But it should be a fun game, guys. Drop a like. They're just doing their handshakes right now. The two keepers, Hugo Lloris and Manuel Neuer, rocking the armbands today. I'm going to put it on the live tracker for you guys. For anyone at home who might not be able to see it, you can at least maybe follow the tracker and give you a genuine idea as to where the ball is on the pitch. British Empire says Hummels with the fire. Yeah, I'm excited to see Hummels back in, man. I absolutely am. It should be fun to see him back in. He deserves his starting spot. In my opinion, he's playing in a comfortable position. I think having that support on both sides will be very important for him. Rudiger's had a good season. Ginter's had a good season. He can cover for Kimmich as well when he bombs up and down the pitch. Feeling somewhat more confident after watching Robin Gosens' highlight video. Gosens is he's going to be an interesting one down the left-hand pitch, man. And I really think it's going to be an opportunity for them to take advantage of the wings. I mean, playing in a diamond formation like France is, in my opinion, their weakness is their fullbacks, and I think it could be an opportunity for them. Hello from Spain. How you doing, my friend? We got some German flags in there as well. What happened to Goretzka? I believe he's got a knock. He's got a knock, which is why he's not in the squad today. He's not quite fit. But they're about to kick off here. England have an outside chance. I fancy France, Belgium, or Italy to win the tournament. Who do you guys think is going to win the tournament? Who do you guys think is the favorites? In my predictions, I picked Belgium. I don't know why. I just wanted to. I don't know. I just had a feeling. And yeah, I guess that's about it. But we'll be going for our boys here today. And the game has been kicked off. We are underway. France, Germany. You can't go wrong with this, man. Let me know what you guys are thinking. We got a double watch along today. This is the first one, so drop a like. We'll be live for a good 6 hours today. So I'm hoping to see a good game in the France-Germany. I know a lot of guys are excited about it. And I want to make sure that the ticker's going for you guys as well. And hopefully we'll see a fun game. Lineups were there. Ticker's on. Am I nervous about the Canada game later today? Not really. I think that we did everything that we had to in Haiti to get the result we needed to take to Chicago, and I think we should be cruising at that level. But we'll see. I'm excited for the watch along tonight, and hopefully Canada can go to the octagon. Gozin's coming to City. He's dope. He would be a nice little look. I mean, he plays he's at his best at a wingback, so I don't know if he fits City's system unless Pep is looking to maybe shift it on over and get him in. But Gozin's, in my opinion, would fit like an Inter Milan style of play. He needs to play as that fullback. It's why he succeeds at Atalanta. But we'll see. Spain was very poor last night. If you guys watched that Spain-Sweden game, that was one of the most boring games of football I've ever seen. Possession was 85-15. Just simply painful on the eyes. Hopefully this game will be a little bit better. Hoping to see Germany with a little bit more possession than the French can get on today. The game is in Munich, which I think will obviously play a little bit of an advantage, especially on some of the players like Müller, like Kimmich. But it's a good little run down the side to get Kai Havertz involved in the game. To find our boy Gozens. Tyrone's heading to work now. Enjoy, my friend. Can't watch the game. I have an exam tomorrow. Oh, that's just unfortunate. I remember being in exams during the last World Cup, and priority was usually with the World Cup. We should target Gozens. I think that he'd be interesting moving back to Germany. I agree, but again, when it comes to the game of football and the way that Marco Rose is going to line up, I don't think that Gozens would fit because we have Guerrero, who's a very similar type of player, both very attacking left wing backs. We're not even guaranteed to play with a wing back. We're probably going to play in a 4-2-3-1 or 4-1-2-1-2. Which, I mean, if we're going to replace Schultz, we need to replace him with a more defensive left back to give us that coverage if we needed. So I don't see Gozens going to Dortmund. I also heard that he was a Schalke fan, so there's always that connection. But honestly, if I'm looking at a club that he would fit in relatively well, I'd say probably Leipzig. Be a more realistic option for Gozens if he's returned to Germany. But Kruse got a nice corner, and Hummels attacks it and puts it over. British Empire says, I picked England. Picked England to win. I definitely didn't pick England. But, I mean, British Empire, I can see why you did. I think they'll have an opportunity to have some type of run in this tournament, but I don't know. I'm not totally convinced by England yet. Probably Belgium, Italy would be my dark horse to win the whole thing. Yeah, I think a lot of people are sleeping on the Italians this year. I think that they're gonna have a good little run at it. They look talented. They look very convincing in their opening match against Turkey. Probably Belgium, Italy, go Germany. Chris Robbins here says let's go Germany, but France is a nice squad. Should be easily win it all. Yeah, they are two good looking squads going together. I feel like because the game's in Munich, I think that the Germans will have a little bit more possession than, like I said, a lot of people are thinking. That was a very poor ball by Hummels there. As a Belgium, I feel like the team is overrated. Interesting. I think without Hazard, it definitely a prime Eden Hazard is a different looking Belgium squad than one that we are used to. But that is an interesting point. That dude who landed on the pitch with his suit. Yeah, it's a good opening start to the first few minutes though. A lot of possession from the big boys. Pumped up pitch by France. N'Golo Kanté will be an important player in today's match as well. Nice little ball to Kimpembe, to Varane. And kicks it on out to Pavard. Which I'm very... Oh, that's a good ball. I'm very interesting to see how this French squad plays. I mean, they usually played in the 4-2-3-1. And I don't know, I feel like the 4-2-3-1 was a more balanced lineup, especially having Matuidi up on the left attacking mid. He kind of was able to drift. I thought Pogba would maybe do that a little bit for France this year, but hasn't really seemed to be the case. Does look like they're going to go for that diamond midfield. Play very narrow. Oh, that's a good opportunity there, but defended very well. You look exactly like... Well, British Empire, I don't know if that's a compliment or not. I'm going to take it as one. Gozens gets tripped up right there. Just glad we see some more real football. First time I've been able to read anything since Eriksen. Yeah, it was obviously very sad. It's good to hear that that Eriksen looks to be having a full recovery, which is absolutely fantastic. Very scary moments. Shows how serious this sport can be sometimes, and it was good to see the football community come together for him, and it's good to see, like I said, seems like he's gonna be okay, and try to figure out what that root cause of the situation was. It's a nice little ball there. Havertz picks up a yellow very early on in this match. Not ideal. Definitely not very ideal. Kimmich went in pretty hard as well there. That was Joshua Kimmich who picked up. So not a player you want to pick up a yellow card this early on in the match. Kimmich is going to be someone who's going to be going into challenges. He's going to have to play the defensive ball. An early yellow card 6 minute in is just not ideal. It's going to make him play a little bit wary from time to time. Nice little ball there from Kanté. If you guys are new to the stream, drop a like, subscribe, and let me know where you guys are watching from today. I'm watching from Canada. It's a nice ball there, Pogba. Nicely done. The Germans looked relatively good in the opening minutes. There was a little scary moment. I'm not overly convinced with the yellow card for Kimmich. I don't know, man. I just think that's a little too early into this match. It's gonna put a lot of pressure on him going forward. But I've liked the way that we dictated the game early on. Had a lot of the ball. Nice little run there from Thomas Müller, who gets a rock as number 25. It's a good deflection there as well. Thomas Müller got a throw in. Back to Rudiger. Michigan, US. Go Canada later though. I'm excited for the Canadians later on, man. It's gonna be a good game. Canada, Haiti. Can't go too wrong with it. And we got the advantage. We got the advantage as well. It's a good ball to Gozens. And I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but this is a much higher pace game than the Spain-Sweden game earlier. That game was quite pathetic on the eyes, to be honest. This one is going to have the teams attacking each other. And we get a real look at the tournament favorites in France. But we're not writing off the Germans yet. Lucas Hernandez does very well in a hard challenge there. It's a good challenge. Jurgi Loves looks a little nervous. Germany to win. We're hoping. They've had a very positive start to the game, I think. I think they're going to have to rely on the speed a little bit of Gnabry up front and the creativity of Havertz and Müller as well. But they've, being in Munich, there's a lot of people probably assume that they might have a lot of the possession. It has been a good start. They have had a lot of possession so far. And it's going to be whether they can take their chances or not. Rudiger with the nice balls there as well. Winner of this match should make it to the round of 8, not 4. Yeah, a lot of people are really underestimating the Germans, I think. I feel like when I was watching a lot of the professionals out there, they were saying that they were the favorites, and they probably are, to finish third in the group. Portugal had a nice convincing win over Hungary. I'm not overly convinced by the fact that the Germans can have a real deep run, but I feel like Portugal, France, and Germany all have as long as the group goes nicely for them and the draw goes nicely, they have a good opportunity to all make it to at least the quarterfinals. It's a good team, and I don't know. I think France is gonna be up for it today because, like I said, I mean, just having that kind of possession already, seeing it on a lot of intelligent midfielders. This is still a very strong starting 11 for the Germans today, as is the France squad, but they're sitting back a little bit, and Germany is dominating the possession. They're going to have a lot of good midfielders who are going to be able to move this ball around. I would have started Timo Werner. That's what I said. I mean, I did when I was looking at this German squad and pointing out my flaw, it was just the fact that we don't have a real number 9. I'm not saying our real number 9 would be Timo Werner. I'm definitely not saying that because I'm not convinced by Timo Werner either. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm genuinely curious to see how they get on today. But that was a good play by Gnabry. Nice that we can rely on the keeper of Norway's quality could be the difference. Yeah, having someone like Manuel, I mean, having to watch Bayern all season long and seeing Manuel do what Manuel does. I mean, he's a fantastic keeper. He's good with his feet. He's commanding. He's a leader. He's the captain of this squad. I think it'll be very important to trying to organize the back four, do what he can do, and try to just give an opportunity for this German squad to hit one on the break. There's a poor ball there by Griezmann as well. 3 more likes to 30. If you guys haven't dropped a like yet, please do so. We have our like counter in the chat. It says that we're close to 30. I like it. Just a lot of dislike for Jurgen Love in terms of North American media. Yeah, I mean, I like listening to Jurgen Klinsmann talk on ESPN. He's an open guy. He's an honest guy when it comes to the German squad. And, I mean, he wasn't overly confident about them in today's match, but he does think that they will surprise more than meets the eye. There's a lot of pressure in the country to come up with some type of result. And we're going to be excited to see how they can get on. Gnabry on fire. Yeah, I'm sure we'll have some Bayern fans tune into the chat today. Keep an eye on the Germans out there. Pogba's got it as well. Finds Pavard. Nice little ball back to Varane. But I don't know. I mean, I don't really want to see France have a deep run. I think it's inevitable that we will go for that France will go for some type of deep run. But I don't know. I have a feeling they're not going to win this tournament. I don't know exactly what it is, but I am liking the press and a lot of the confidence with the Germans early on in this game. I think they've been the better team so far, 12 minutes in. That was a nice ball. Up to Benzema, does very well. Catalina's here. Catalina, how you doing? Hey, Josh, I hope that you're doing well. As for me, I'm keeping my eyes on Holland this summer, breaking the killer fashion. What do you guys think of Holland's style this summer? I like it. I'm very impressed with how Holland dresses. I think it's a little out there, but I think it's his style. But I don't know. A lot of people don't like it. Clearly, Catalina does. That was a very well defended. They're doing very well, man, the Germans. They're winning the ball back. They're pressing well. They seem like they're the team that's a little bit more up for it. And I think it's a surprise, given the fact that that this game was going to go the way that it did. I thought France would be a little hungrier, but I don't know. I don't know if it's the atmosphere, but it is good to see that there's a lot of fans in the crowd today. Rudiger does very well there. Nice little ball to Cruz. Now, I believe this is going to be offside, but it is a nice little look to find Thomas Müller. Very well defended. It is offside in the end. Nice ball. Got Hernandez with it. It was a good look. I think Thomas Müller is going to put a lot of creativity into this starting 11. I am excited to see him back in here. Again, cheering on some of the Bayern players always feels a little bit weird, but I think that he's important for this squad to get some type of result today for the Germans. It's a good ball over to Conte. But France did survive that first little wave of pressure from the Germans, and they're probably going to... That's a nice ball. They're going to find a way to get built back into this team. They are too good to stay quiet for so long. It's a good ball down to Pavard. Very well defended and out for the first corner of the game. Have you seen the Champions episode with Ter Stegen and Neuer? I have not. Chris, would you like to elaborate a little bit more on that? I have not seen it. Germany is blessed with two fantastic keepers, though. But Neuer is the main guy going forward. That is for sure. But they got a little set piece situation to deal with right now. Griezmann's got it. Got some big bodies to aim for, as well as Benzema in there. And a huge opportunity. Pogba probably should have put that one away. It was a very good look. Good corner taken by Griezmann. But just was not the case. Kind of poor defending by Rudiger. Probably should have gotten on the inside of that, for sure. Gosens does well. Build some space. Is there any breakout stars that you guys are interested in for Dortmund this summer? Anyone who's caught your eyes in the opening little bit, any few games? Because Dortmund's got to be targeting someone. I know Mullen looks like he's going to be the guy coming up, but does very well. Gundogan there, and then he gives it away. Nicely done by Benzema. It was a joke about how Neuer is basically washed and no longer a top 5 keeper anymore, while Ter Stegen is legit. Chris, so you think that Ter Stegen should be the starter? That's a good save there by Neuer, right on cue. You think Ter Stegen should be Germany's #1 keeper? There's a good debate around that. I personally still think that Neuer is probably the guy. But we will see. That was an excellent save. Mbappe found a little bit of space. And another corner is coming up for the French. Nicely done from... So well defended. Well defended. Basically, Neuer is the founder of the sweeper keeper and needs a pass to Ter Stegen. Neuer is still the best. I think it's hard to overlook Neuer. I mean, they have such a luxury, man. Like they're both such good keepers. But man, I don't know. I'd be very surprised if Neuer didn't be the starter for at least a few more years. But drop a like, guys, if you've joined us. We are still 0-0. Germany, in my opinion, has been the better team so far. They've had more possession. The better chances have fallen to France. Pogba had a sitter. Header came right from a Griezmann corner. But we had a nice little debate of whether Neuer or Ter Stegen should be the future of this German squad, and I think the future obviously will fall to Ter Stegen. But for the meantime, I do think Neuer does deserve his starting spot. He's the captain of this squad. That's an excellent ball, and there you go, Chris. To your point, Manuel Neuer does very well to come out and cut down Kylian Mbappe from coming in on goal and plays a very calm pass, and now they break. Look, that's why Neuer is the best. Yep, I mean, I think it's fair, man. I think it's fair. He's a solid keeper. Absolutely he is. He plays it differently. He's commanding. He's loud. Good tackle there by Toni Kroos. But I absolutely agree with you. There's a lot of talent with Manuel there, and he plays the game a little bit differently than Ter Stegen does. But they're such good keepers. And unfortunately, same as the Brazil Ederson-Alisson debate, one of them isn't going to start. Benzema's got it, looking good. But what are you guys' thoughts on the opening 18 minutes of this match? The bigger question is how much longer will he last past Jurgen Löw? It's a good question. I mean, Hansi Flick may prefer Ter Stegen, but it's an excellent ball. Across and opening goal. Mats Hummels, man. The Dortmund fan channel, man. That's tough. That is a tough one. It's a very tough own goal to give up. The French look very excited. That ball was absolutely fantastic. Found Lucas Hernandez. I'm assuming he's the one who drilled it. But what a ball. Look at this from the outside of the foot. Paul Pogba can do that. We know the danger he's got. That's an unbelievable ball. To find Lucas Hernandez. Finds Mats Hummels. And Mats Hummels blazes it at the top of the net. Oh, Mats. It's a poor own goal to give up, man. It was an excellent ball by Pogba, who found Hernandez. And then Mats Hummels with his finishing ability. That's tough. That's a tough one to give up. Not a good start for the Germans. And that's what they can do, man. That's what they can do. The ball came at Hummels. I still think he should have done a little bit better. Hummels looked like he almost panicked and just absolutely blazed it above Manuel Neuer. Not a good start for the Germans. I mean, French was building back into the match, and we saw just that. That was very tough. Of course, it had to happen to Hummels, man. But let's see if the Germans can bounce back, or if France can put it to them here. But it's unlucky. It was an excellent ball. Put Lucas Hernandez in a dangerous position, and unfortunately, Hummels just could not deal with the pressure. Why, bro? Yeah, a lot of L's for Hummels in the chat. Gozens as well there. Why none of our Swiss keepers play for the national team? Kobel got called back up. I believe, honestly, Berkey and Kobel should have been in there with Sommer. I'm not really sure why they weren't. I heard Kobel was going to be too much of an issue in the dressing room or something along those lines. It's a very weird excuse, but Gozens has got it. Nice little ball. Oh, would have been a good look there. Silly error by Hummels. I'm going to hurt Hummels. Angie's not having it. Breaking. Dortmund find replacement for Holland. Chris, what are you talking to, my man? Good night, Hummels. Oh, such a bad goal. He took it off the shin. He's usually a lot better with cleaning up situations like that, but that's a tough goal to give up. That's what happens when you shave the dad beard. Own goal for Mats Hummels, 1-0 for France. Not a good start. Havertz is not looking good. Needs to come off. I honestly, man, I think that they should have played with the three front line of the two wingers. Gnabry and Sané, I think, would have been a lot more of an issue to this French squad than playing with the two attacking midfielders. You should have had Muller as your false nine, as well as your two wingers to rip down the pace. A lot of this game is being played on the midfield and through the middle, and that's going to make it a little challenging for the Germans today. But I haven't been seeing Gozens get up the pitch, which is always good to see. Hummels for striker. Hummels is an excellent finisher of the ball. I don't think anyone can deny that. It's just unfortunate that it. Oh, that's got to be foul. Absolutely. We've got a good opportunity coming in here. Well done by Gundogan to get it for... This is Toni Kroos area. This is going to be a nice free kick. Don't blame Hummels. He can't do anything there. He can't. Lucas Hernandez was in a dangerous place. He whipped it across goal. Did not take it very nicely. Hummels did, and unfortunately just ended up in the back of the net. Havertz is not looking good. No, he's not. Germany will come back. Well, they got a huge opportunity with a set piece specialist over the ball right now. I got a good feeling about this one, boys. And Angie. Toni Kroos is standing over it. This is what he's special at doing. It's good distance. He's got enough to get it up and over. Obviously, he's going to go for the far side of Lloris. It's got to be Toni Kroos. Muller is over the ball as well, but it's got to be Kroos who's going to hit this. It's a poor effort in the end. Poor effort in the end from Kroos. That's where Marco Reus could have been a little influential there. I agree. Havertz was already looking nervous. Yeah, he's been very quiet. He's been very quiet, but oh, it's a tough challenge there on Kroos as well. I just think they should have utilized a little bit of the pace of Sane. It was the starting 11 I was expecting, but it just wasn't the one that I think that they probably should have went for. It's a nice ball there to Havertz. Finds Gozens. Havertz was outstanding in the Champions League final. He has played at the biggest moments of his life. I mean, playing in the Champions League final, scoring the winning goal in the Champions League final. Havertz showed us he can do it. That's a good ball to Havertz, but doesn't do well there. He shows he can do it under pressure when he needs to be done, but I agree with Angie. He has been very quiet. It looks a little out of sorts in today's match. I'm not sure if him and if Muller are running off of each other, running into issues there, but it's definitely a little frustrating look for him. Hummels as well. Finds Havertz, finds Gnabry. And Muller, and another foul, another opportunity for Kroos to go over this. I think Muller's had a good start to this game. Again, 25 minutes in, he's looked very good. When I see Gozens, I think it's Podolski. He looks so familiar from behind. Lucas Podolski. Very different positions, but I mean, I see your point. They do, both at left-footed. One was rocking number 10, one rocks 20. I get it, but there's another set piece coming up. This one's a little further out than the last one was. I don't know if... I mean, Kroos can hit him from here. There's no doubt about that. I don't know if he's going to go for goal. It does kind of look like he is. This would be a belter if it goes in. Toni Kroos is standing over it. Oh, he hit it with pace. It was a good shot, but just it didn't come down in the end, and ended up just blazing over the net. He's usually so good from these ranges, but those were two relatively poor free kicks. The German fans don't like it. One of my German friends said that they should let Muller take this one. I very rarely seen Muller take a set piece. I'd be curious to see how he would get off. Klose and Podolski were dangerous strikers for Germany a long time ago. Miroslav Klose was an excellent striker for the Germans. Obviously, having the World Cup record of goals, not something that you should take lightly. It will be very challenging for someone to beat one day. Beating the great Ronaldo. That's a good ball there. Germany is building their way up, and they're always going to be in this match, especially with having this type of possession. It's unfortunate that they got that opening own goal there by Hummels, but they are building their way back into this match. Let's see what they can do. Drop a like, guys, if you're new to the channel, and also subscribe and let me know if you are a new subscriber where you're watching from. Havertz with a nice ball there, but cleaned up relatively easy by the France back line. Would you guys have started Timo Werner? Let me know. I know it's a debate. I mean, like, Timo Werner for a while did look like he was going to be the number 9 for the Germans. But again, poor form, a big reason why he wouldn't have been in there. I don't know. Well, let me know what you guys think. If you would have started Werner as that striker and would have had maybe Gnabry and Havertz under him, or having Sane and Gnabry on the wings, going to the 4-2-3-1 system. I think with Muller coming back, it put a real issue on getting Timo Werner into the starting 11. If Royce would have taken those free kicks, they would have been a good one. Yeah, I agree. I mean, Toni Kroos is an excellent free kick specialist. There's no questioning that. Both of those were very poor efforts. There's no getting around that as well. But unfortunately for him, it just didn't fall his way. Werner has been so poor for Chelsea this season with only 5 goals. Timo Werner has an atrocious season. It's quite ridiculous. If you haven't seen, Messi scored a great free kick yesterday in the Argentina-Chile game in the Copa America. I did see that. It was an excellent hit. The Argentines were upset, though, by Chile. If you take a look at that Chile squad, man, it is not a very good squad. And arguably, you can say the Argentina squad isn't that great either, but they still have enough talent, in my opinion, to be able to take on Chile and win. But Messi did have a good goal there. But I mean, I don't know. I am seeing a missing link in this German squad right now, and it's got to do with the proper number 9. A little bit of missed looks here and there, and if I think they had a real number 9 in the team right now, it would give them that extra little option. But France do have that number 9. They have Benzema back in, and they are building their way back into the game. 10% more possession and 2 times a shot, and we're down by 1. Yeah, with the game, like I said, with the game being played in Munich, there was always that opportunity that the Germans could really take the game to France. I think they have arguably been a little bit better than the France team. Again, they're missing just kind of that end product, but for the most part, there was that one opportunity that really fell to Pogba. He missed it, and then another one from a beautiful Pogba ball to find Hernandez, and then an unfortunate OG by Hummels. That's an awful ball right there. Finds Pogba, but Gosens does very well. And Neuer, they do very well to play it from the back in that sticky situation. South American teams have regressed a lot. They have. I was just talking with tactical manager, and there's a huge gap between Brazil and the rest of the Copa America teams. Chile, Argentina, Colombia, Uruguay, all vastly different levels compared to Brazil. Brazil are the favorites to win the Copa America by some distance. So good little counter there. We see Benjamin Pavard coming high up the pitch, able to find Antoine Griezmann, who has been a little bit roaming all over the place in today's match. Kind of looks like sometimes he's playing as a winger, sometimes he's playing as a 10. Hasn't been as involved as I'm assuming that he would like to be. But I don't know. It is going to be a very defensive setup when they need to be. They have technically four center backs, France does. Pavard and Lucas Hernandez, in my opinion, are better center backs than they are fullbacks. And it's a very unique little system that Didier Deschamps has going for him with this French squad. But a lot of defensive awareness on the pitch, but it'll make it relatively hard to break down. And without, like I said, a proper number 9 for the Germans, it's going to be interesting to see how they can get on. Finds Pavard to Griezmann. It's a beautiful little ball to Paul Pogba. But Gosens does very well. Back to Lloris. Let me know who you guys are cheering for in the Euros this year. I know our viewers, we got viewers in a lot of different countries around the world. Or let me know if the country that you are really supporting is in a different competition. You guys know I'm Canadian, so we'll be watching the Gold Cup. But when I watch the Euros, I go for Germany. Let me know who your European squad is and who your actual country is from. Because I'm sure we got some U.S. People in the chat. It's a nice ball to Mbappe. Does very well. Mbappe building his way into the game. But that midfield of Germany is doing very well today as well. They're going to be very tricky to get the ball from. There's a lot of good passes on the pitch today. And that's why a lot of the possession is going to fall towards the Germans. They have that little oomph to their game where they're going to be able to control it. They got a lot of good passers. I'm still not convinced they're going to be able to find a way through if they keep performing like this. We need Havertz to get a little bit more involved. It's a nice ball over there to Rudiger. Unpopular opinion. BBB should go for Zlatan. I think we can get him for a low price. I mean, it's hard to say if you want to go for Zlatan or not, just because we have Haaland there. Zlatan, if he comes to any club, he's going to want to start every single game. Whether he can do that in Europe still, or if he's going to have to go to a different league, he's going to want to start. He's not going to start over Haaland today. And he's going to cost an arm and a leg and wages that we're not going to play for him. So, I mean, that's why it'll probably never happen or be an option. But, I mean, it would have been fun. I mean, if Haaland never moved on. But when does the Gold Cup tournament start? The Gold Cup starts July 11th. Should be a lot of fun. I will be cheering for the Canadians. The U.S. and the Mexicans are bringing their B squads. So Canada has arguably a pretty good opportunity to win that tournament. And I would be pretty excited. especially given how our national team has been over the better part of my life. It's so hard to support U.S. soccer, though. Our manager history is so bad and our tactics are terrible. Yeah, I've heard a lot of poor things about Greg Berhalter, but I don't know. I think that there's a lot of talent there, arguably. I mean, right now you guys are the kings of CONCACAF. Jesse Marsch will probably inevitably take over the national team one day after he gets some experience with Leipzig. It's a good ball there to Mbappe. Running at the back line. Mbappe just with absolute ease. But very, very well defended by Ginter to give a corner kick away there. Don't be surprised if BVB signs Werner next season. It's an interesting take, my man. I mean, I've heard rumors of going for Holland, offering Timo Werner in cash. What would your guys' opinion be? Would you be interested in Timo Werner kind of trying to rediscover his career back in the Bundesliga with Dortmund? I know a lot of people don't like Timo Werner. And, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I think about that. The Gold Cup does start July 11th. A nice little set piece there, but relatively poor in the end. Collected nice and easy, and a nice little toss there by Manuel Neuer. Calming presence from the back line, Hummels is. Who is the host nation for the Gold Cup? It is the United States. They are the host country, but they are bringing their B squad, which is going to be very interesting, man. I think everyone forgot how he was at Leipzig. He was a fantastic striker, Timo Werner was at Leipzig. I wholeheartedly agree with you. I think it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with Werner if he decides to stay at Chelsea, if he does get shifted on. There's no doubt he's a talent. I don't know what happened to him when he went to England. He just pretty much fell off a cliff. He was just laughable. Everything he did was just turned into a meme. I don't know how you can mess up touching your badge, but he just found a way to get made fun of all the time. It's a good little opportunity there. Ball falls to Gundogan. Excellent goal-scoring form for City, but just miscued it. Quite poor in the end. Fell right to him. Beautiful, beautiful ball from Gnabry, but just mishit it. Just wide of the net. Oh, Gundogan. Especially being on such good goal-scoring form all year. I don't know how Gundogan did not get that one on target. But yeah, I don't know. I'd be interested. I bet you any money if Werner switched things up and came back to the Bundesliga, he would rediscover the form that we all know. And I know it's not a popular opinion because I don't think any Dortmund fan really wants Werner. But if Werner came back to Dortmund, I think that he would he'd find a way to start putting up goals that he used to. I'd love Werner back in Germany. Could be a nice stable vet option with youth development and rotate under him. I mean, he's not that old. I mean, he's mid-20s. He's arguably hasn't even hit his prime yet. I think Timo Werner's got a lot of years left. I just think he needs to leave Chelsea and leave the Premier League to do it because, I mean, he can stay one more season. If he fails again, he needs to go because his stock is just falling. He's becoming a laughing stock, and it's I don't know. It just seems like every time you're on Twitter, the poor man is just getting shafted. It's a good breakup play there from the French to break back out the other way. U.S. and Mexico almost always bring their B team for the second Gold Cup in the cycle. Also, Jamaica will most certainly have their strongest team. Yeah, Jamaica and Canada, I think, will be two pretty tough oppositions with the Gold Cup. I think they'd be looking at the squad. If Canada and Jamaica bring their best squad, Lucas Hernandez looks like an idiot right now. Some of the nice things about this sport that you don't like to see. We'll see if he actually gets clipped. Okay, he does. I take it back a little bit. He got hit pretty decently in the face with a boot. Did I like the 4 rolls that followed? No. But I mean he did get clocked pretty nicely. Kimmich's foot got him pretty good. I don't think you can deny that. Oh my, okay. Sure, but relative players to Jude, Knauf, Gio, etc., who will play that are teenagers. That is true. That is true. I mean, you know Dortmund and going after young talent. 25 in their prime, or should be in their prime, it is a bit of a different look. I get your point, Chris. I understand you, my man. But I do honestly think if he came to Dortmund, he would find a way to turn his career around. Nice interception there from Conte. N'Golo does very, very well. Pogba. Lucas Hernandez does very well. He seems to be doing better after getting smoked in the face. But 40 minutes in, coming up to halftime, is a nice ball to Benzema. Relatively poor. Relatively poor. Finds Toni Kroos. Nice ball up. Thomas Müller finds Gosens. Toni Kroos once again. The midfield is always something that the Germans have got going through them, and it's when you start seeing them dictating the way this play goes. It's usually nice touch there by Gundogan. Havertz does very well. In the end, cleared out. But when this midfield for the Germans can turn up, it's when you're going to see them at their most dangerous. Nicely done. Finds Gundogan to Toni Kroos. Nice ball over to Gosens. Gnabry rocking the number 10. Went a little bit too hard there, and then found Kroos with a poor ball. And now French is on the break. Hold up the play well. Mbappe was on the debate of whether he should go for that, but they took it back, cycled it around. Finds Benjamin Pavard. The Pogba does very well, but fouled in the end. What are you guys' thoughts on the game so far? I thought the Germans at least showed that they can play with the French today. I mean, the own goal wasn't the best thing that obviously could have happened, but in the grand schemes of things, I think the Germans have done relatively well. Nice touch there by Pavard. Finds Raphael Varane. Good opportunity, but cleared out. It's beautiful seeing a lot of the supporters back in, man. It is good to see. Cleared out there from Gosens. 2 minutes left in the half. Seems like the Pogba Man United transfer rumors have slowed. Is that true? I think so. I don't know if you guys saw that Danilo has taken on the new number 6 jersey at Juve, which kind of indicates that Paul Pogba probably won't take it on. Which I don't know. I thought that maybe he was gonna make that jump. But I don't know. It's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting. It's a nice little ball there. But I don't know. What do you guys think? You think Pogba should take a look to move on? I love that Hungary had full capacity. Yeah, if you guys saw that, it was spectacular to see. It was absolutely spectacular to take a look at that game, man. Just beautiful. Seeing a full stadium of players. Drop a like, guys. Drop a like on the chat if you guys are just new. Just joining in. It's incredible. It was incredible to take a look and see what a full stadium looked like after so long. I absolutely loved it. Loved every single second of it. A lot of Hungary fans were pretty upset with the way that the game went out, but all in all, it was still a beautiful sight, nonetheless. Hey, Josh, what have I missed? Yeah, I mean, the game's being played in Munich right now. With that being said, it was probably thought that a good opportunity would fall to the Germans to be able to have a lot of the possession. That is kind of what happened. A lot of possession has been taken over from the Germans, but unfortunately, they haven't really been doing much with it. France had a couple opportunities. They did take one. It was an own goal from, of course, Mats Hummels, the only Dortmund player on the pitch. So it kind of sucked from being a Dortmund fan channel. But yeah, it was. I don't know. There wasn't much he could do. He was blasted at him with close range, hit off of his shin. It was a very nice finish in the grand scheme of things when it came to that goal, but wasn't a good look overall. And it's been pretty much played out. Not a lot of opportunities. And we're going into halftime 1-0 for the Germans. Sorry, for the French. I wish it was the Germans, but it is not. Man United finally appeared too competent to qualify for the Champions League. So hard, so they say. Yeah, there's going to be some big storylines coming up with Sancho, United. I mean, I'm not sure 100% what's going to happen with that news, but we will be here to break it down for you guys to see if that actually goes through or not. Channel update. Germany's 1-7-1 when trailing. That is not a good record to read, Chris. That is not a good record to read. 1-7-1 when trailing at halftime in the Euros history. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think Germany's got any chance of coming back here? We'll have to see. Euro schedule. I can stay up. Gully's here. Says, "What's hi, Big Josher?" Big Josher. I like it. I like it. How you doing, Gully? Are you watching the game today? Gundogan needs to get subbed. He's been playing very bad. King Kong is not impressed with Gundogan. I take your point. I think him and Havertz have arguably been probably the two worst players on the pitch today. It's a shame. Like I said, when I was taking a look at this game, I thought that a few things needed to be done. I thought they needed to start with wingers. If I was Jurgen Löw, man, I would have played with the 3-4-3. I would have had Sane on. I would have had Gnabry on, and I would have really tried to utilize the wings, knowing that France was playing with the diamond, knowing that they have weak fullbacks. It was a little annoying, but I don't know. I could see Havertz and Gundogan being the two top of the list to be potentially subbed off. Cully said, "I didn't know that Hummels played for France." Yeah, it was a poor goal to concede, man. It was a poor goal to concede. There's no questioning that. Not a lot he could do about it in the end, but yeah, it sucked. My prediction pre-match was 2-1 France. From Chris, well, I mean, you're looking like you might nail it, man. Germany will be back. Matty D seems confident. I like it. Yes, bro, got 2 matches today. Let's go. Yeah, the big Canada one later in the day will be a lot of fun, man. It will be a lot of fun. I don't know. How you feeling about the Canada game? A lot of people are a little nervous, but I feel like we got the job done in Haiti. Got the result we need to bring back to Chicago, and we'll probably see it out from there. But yeah, I don't know. If I was Jurgen Löw at halftime here, I would probably look at a way of switching up the formation. I would go 3-4-3. I would get Gnabry. I would probably sub Havertz for Sane, and then have those wingers. Have Muller play as the false 9, link up the play like he does. Have Sane and Gnabry going with pace at the back two fullbacks. But I don't know. I have a feeling that Jurgen Löw is going to stick with exactly what he has, which it's just not working, man. It's just not working. Germany does have more possession. They can return. They do, but I do think they're going to have to make some decisions here because it's not working with them right now. The wingers, in my opinion, are what you need going up against a 4-1-2-1-2 formation. France is working directly through the middle, and I just don't think that they're missing a big opportunity to take advantage of that. Canada's going to win 2-0. Chris, I like it. I like the positivity. Canada will win later. Let's go. Haiti is now a colony of Canada. After the first leg, we got this. I think that's fair, man. I think that's fair. Nope, Hummels makes a similar pass just like he did to Gnabry and kick off the OG Blues. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I do think Sané needs to come on. Tyrone is agreeing. Leroy needs to come on. I agree. I don't think it's rocket science. When you take a look at the way the France lines up, they line up in the 4-1-2-1-2. What does that tell you? It tells you that they're going to play a very narrow type of football. They have two center backs playing as fullbacks. Why not throw rapid pace of Sané, rapid pace of Gnabry, have Thomas Müller as your false nine? I just felt like that was a game play. Instead, they went with Müller and Havertz tucked in under Gnabry up front. They've all been relatively quiet. Müller is trying to link up the play. It's the wrong approach from Jurgen Löw, and it's the reason that, in my opinion, we're sitting down with a 1-0 defeat here, or 1-0 loss so far at halftime. But let me know if you guys agree with me. If you think switching and putting into the 3-4-3 would be a better option. Kimmich looks a little bit out of sorts on the right wing back as well. I hate Löw. He never gave Schmelzer a chance. Going back to our boy Schmelly, he was the best left back at one time. He also did not give Castro any chances when he was at Dortmund. I think he hates BBB. I wouldn't say that he hates BBB. I mean, it did suck that Schmelzer never really got an opportunity. I don't think Castro was ever really good enough, man. I really don't to go for it. But I do take your point. I do think he's got his tactics wrong today, though. And I think that he needs to address it at halftime. Otherwise, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble. Kimmich has been playing very dangerous while on a yellow. I noticed that as well. Not a good opportunity for Kimmich to take a yellow at that time. Jimmy says, damn, Josh looking nice with that beard. Well, I appreciate it, my man. I appreciate it, but it's getting a little lazy. I might have to trim it up tomorrow, but we'll have to wait and see. Drop a like, guys, if you're just joined us. Gully's here, says, with Hernandez and Conte, I don't think that it would be possible to outrun them on the wings. Conte does cover a lot of ground, but again, Conte can cover that ground through the middle as well. I just find how congested that midfield is. I know that it could take a little bit of trouble, but I still, from what I saw, I feel like Germany would have more chances coming their way if they were able to play with wingers. I haven't scored a goal yet, so I mean, you can make that debate, but Havertz also have been relatively poor, so we'll see what Tyrone is saying. I think that they are controlling the tempo in the midfield, but with wingers aren't effective enough. Leroy and Gnabry have to stay up wide. I agree, man. I mean, and like I said, knowing that the game was played in Munich today, knowing the fact that we have midfielders who can control a game, we're able to get Kimmich in with Gundogan, with Kroos. We have Kimmich out on the wings. Controlling the tempo of a game was never going to be an issue. It was just being able to get those chances and put the ball away. And it just seems so congested. Playing with the two floating center attacking midfielders under the striker is not, in my opinion, the best system, and going up against a diamond midfield like this. We'll see if Jurgen Löw decides to try to switch things up. Is Kimmich playing on the wing? Seemed like he was on the right flank. He was playing as a wing back. He's playing as a right wing back. He's got Gundogan and Kroos. I mean, I got the formation on screen for you guys right now. So he is playing as a fullback. Obviously, he's played there before. He has been a right back. I think he's better as a 6 than anything else, but he will have an opportunity to get up and down the pitch when he needs to be. Kimmich almost thought he was in the UFC with that kick to the face. Yeah, I mean, Lucas Hernandez did have a good 4 or 5 rolls on the ground. I didn't know exactly what happened, but he did get pelted in the face pretty good. We need to move back 4 so we can attack the wings. I'm not sure Jurgen Löw is comfortable playing with a back 4, and I don't think that Gosens or Kimmich is the option, or even Hummels for that matter. I don't know what I think the right decision for him to do was just to try to adjust his shape a little bit, to get Sané on, to switch to the wings. But I mean, if he went to a back 2, I feel like Hummels would have to shift, probably take out Ginter. Gosens, like I said, he's much better as a wing back than he is a fullback. Kimmich, again, he's now a number 6 rather than a fullback. It's a little interesting, man. It's a little interesting. Did you see Ronaldo's second goal today, bro? I almost screamed without... Yeah, it was a very nice second goal, man. It was a very well-worked goal from the Portuguese squad. Ronaldo, quiet-ish for most of the game, ends up getting his penalty, and of course puts in the a very well-worked team goal at the end. It was good. It was nice to see for him. He's probably going to be the all-time goal scorer for international, which, I mean, it's a tough record to beat from the Iran player, but it does look like he's going to get there. Hello, my friend. How you doing today? Let me know who you are cheering on. Are you going for the French? Are you going for the Germans? But I'm going for the Germans. It's not looking too good so far. I think some tactics need to be discussed, and Jurgen Love needs to do something with this second half. But we will have to wait and see. Let's take a look at the bench right now and see what options that both squads can do. Because on the bench, just people that come out for Germany. I mean, they have Kevin Volland if they want to go for more of that number 9 look. They got Leroy Sané, Timo Werner. Werner can arguably play a different couple types of football. Whether he wants to play as a winger, you can play under the striker, you can play as a striker. Florian Neuhaus is there. We have Klosterman. But I mean, the real options that stick out to me would be Werner, Sané, and Volland. And I just think for right now, Sané is probably the best option to try to shake things up here. We'll see what you guys think. Ronaldo, when he is confident, is basically unstoppable. I agree. He had a good game when he was feeling it towards the end there. He popped up with a couple goals. Also, he broke a record for the most goals ever scored at the Euros. So, a legend doing legendary things. Core's here, says I'm rooting for Germany. Attaboy Core, we're on the right side today. I like it. Also, take off Kimmich and add Sané. I would keep on Kimmich. I mean, I take your point. It is a good debate because he's got the yellow. I would probably take off Havertz and put on Sané. I mean, if you wanted to take off Kimmich, you could switch into a 4-2-3-1. You could move Ginter out to right back, have Hummels, Rudiger, and then Gozens would be your left back. Gundogan and Kroos would be your 2 defensive midfielders. You'd have Muller as your 10, where he's at his best. Sané, Gnabry on the wings. Then you could toss Volland up front for Kimmich. It's a couple of other looks, but I think that something needs to be done to try to play with this French back four. Sub off Gozens and Havertz. I definitely Havertz core. I agree with you. I don't think Gozens. I think Gozens actually had a pretty decent first half. I would take off Kimmich before just because of the yellow. Germany needs to stop playing through the middle every single time. King Kong, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. I think that Germany needs to go on the wings. They need to find a way to not go straight at a back four, man. It's absolutely wild, especially with a congested midfield. Very defensive back four, man. You have technically four center backs. Jurgen Love needs to make a tactical decision at halftime, 100%. If I'm correct, he needs 3 more goals to be the top scorer of international teams. I know he's close. I don't know what the number is. 3 would be relatively insane, man. That'd be sweet. Drop a like for Ronaldo. Whether you're a fan of Ronaldo or not, man, drop a like for Ronaldo. He did do something pretty incredible today. Sub off Gozens. I don't think Gozens is the answer, man. I don't think Gozens is the answer. I think getting Kai Havertz off would be probably the better thing to do. I don't know. I think Havertz has been very quiet. I'm listening to your stream at the same time as Rabona TV's. I appreciate that, my man. I hope Adrian's doing well. I know that he was pretty excited about his Portuguese winning a little earlier today. To be honest, you should cover day-to-day updates on FIFA 21. You are a perfect YouTuber for and got the personality for it. Maybe, man. Maybe if I want to get a little bit more involved in YouTube, I can maybe look to start a gaming channel. I like me some FIFA. We'll see. We'll see, Gully. I like the idea to go. I don't know. If you guys want to see me do some FIFA content, I can maybe look to do a gaming channel. It could be fun. It could be fun. You got me thinking. Referee is trash. Referee is trash, eh? Isn't Havertz more of a cam? Germany only has Werner as a decent striker. Honestly, I would probably prefer Volland than Werner at this rate, man. But yeah, Havertz is definitely more of a cam than anything else. He has played as a false 9 a lot of times. I'd just get him off the pitch. He's not fitting into this system right now. And I would definitely look to shake it up one way or another. Havertz needs to be a little bit more aggressive from Let's Talk Footy. I agree with you, man. He just looks a little bit off. Just looks a little bit off. Let's go, Deutschland. Let's go. Steve, how you doing, my man? Hope you're enjoying the game. Luke says Govins looks clumsy like Schultz. There's been a few of you guys who have not liked the performance of Gozens today. You could put, I mean, I'm not sure exactly who we would go for the left back here to get him off. If you wanted to go more of a natural left back, I mean, there's only really one option on the bench, and that's Gunter. You could go for him. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll have to see. We got 40 likes on road to 50 likes. Appreciate the likes, my friends. And our like counter, of course. Yeah, but he keeps getting a disgusting amount of dislikes. It's annoying. Adrian does? That sucks. Not sure why that would be. Can't wait for the Canada stream as well. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to that. I'm very much looking forward to the Canada game later. It's a late one. Hopefully we'll have a good turnout as well. Yes, I want to see you clap, people, on FIFA 21. Bridge, everyone. I could take a stab. We've had some FIFA 21 content on the channel. It's an all-day type of thing. But we'll see. We'll see what I can do. Any situation when Kimmich comes off with the yellow. I mean, it's not a never bad idea to get a defender or a midfielder off that's got a yellow. I don't know. If I'm being honest, I don't think Kimmich will come off anytime soon. I don't think Jurgen Löw wants to do that. Klosterman is the obvious replacement. It's not the worst thing in the world, but we'll have to see where he goes. I mean, he got to red, the game's pretty much probably over. Rudiger is getting too close to Pogba. Look on Twitter, I tagged you, and it's kind of funny. Let me head on over to Twitter and take a look. See here, I got tagged in Twitter a couple times for Eustachio. Take a look, John. I like that. Showing his marker on it. It looks good. I wish Lewandowski was German. It would almost be unfair if Lewandowski was German, man. It would be almost unfair. But kickoff has just happened in the second half. France have kicked the game off. We're underway, guys. Drop a like. We appreciate the support. And hopefully the Germans can find a way here in the second half to build on what we've got so far. If Chan gets subbed in, we win 3-1. Tyler's here. Our Dortmund boy. He put a bet earlier on in the season on the Lazio Dortmund game. He said that Dortmund wouldn't win, and they didn't. And then he became a Dortmund fan. So Tyler, it's good to see you in here. Showing the love. Want to see Emery Chan in. I don't see a way Chan comes on if I'm being completely honest. But we will see. Rudiger biting Pogba is weird as F. I like it. I agree with you, man. I agree with you. Royce is my favorite player, but I find it hard to understand why he would not to choose to the Euros given the fact that he's missed on 2 major tournaments. He would have been perfect in this German midfield. I think it's just because of his age and his injuries, man. I think that he knows that he can't do it and then come back and play for Dortmund as he'd want to. He wants to prolong his playing career. You see players do it with these type of injuries. You see them have done it before. They'll do it again. I give Royce respect. I mean, not playing in these major tournaments, especially after not doing it before, will give him the opportunity to... oh, there comes Mbappe. But Hummels does very, very well. Hummels does very well there to break on a player like Mbappe. But yeah, that is why. He wants to prolong his playing career, which is the reason that he gave up playing at an international tournament. Not seeing him at the German World Cup broke my heart. So it is sad to see, but the good news is that Royce will probably get to play for Dortmund more than he would have if he would have played in a tournament like this. Yes, I do, and we will win. Your support is awesome. Let's go. I like it, Steve. I like it. Yeah, I can't wait to see who makes it to the octagon. Looks like El Salvador, probably Canada, and maybe Panama after that first result. Joseph said it's a bad idea to sub off Kimmich. Yeah, I don't think he's going to get subbed off. I think he's just too important to Jurgen Löw's system here. Doesn't obviously trust Klosterman like he should. Angie says that Havertz needs to go off for more speed. Angie, I absolutely agree with you. I don't know how Jurgen Löw... I mean, he's stubborn. It's why he hasn't been liked for pretty much since the World Cup. I mean, crashing on the group stage was never a good look. But I mean, clearly something had to be changed here at halftime. Clearly. And nothing was done. Same formation. I don't like it. Canada and Kuwait, respect to both. Much love, my friend. Come on, Germany. Guess Kamara is coming to BVB. Angie, who is that? Glenn Kamara, the Finnish lad from Rangers. Is that who you're talking about? I haven't been on any social media since I started the stream. Let me know who Kamara is. Oh dang, you're only on the 15-second total delay, which is probably YouTube and not broadcast, to be honest. Yeah, YouTube does have a natural delay. I'm watching it on TSN, so I'm watching it as live as I could watch it here in Canada. I'm just watching the match with your commentary and muting the TV commentary. Well, I'm glad you like my commentary, my friend. I like engaging with the chat. From PSV or PSG. Kamara from PSG. I'm drawing a blank. I'm gonna have to look that up, Angie. He'll change soon. Kimmich isn't coming off. Octagon is what they call the final 8 of World Cup qualifying for the CONCACAF nations. Thanks for never forgetting, Josh. Tyler, I got you, my man. I got you. We'll have our watch along later tonight. Is that going to be at like in at 8:45-ish Eastern time? So Tyler's in New York, if I remember correctly. I do need to go take a look at PSG's talent pool, though. Same, Gully. Kamara. Why is Germany not even attacking now? This isn't even looking like they're a goal down. Yeah, I mean, it happens when you don't want to switch things up. All right, who is Kamara? I feel like I'm going crazy. I'm assuming he's a prodigy or a younger player, because I do not even see a Kamara on this team. So must be a young player. I'll have to do some research on him. How many of the teams of the 8 qualify? So when you make it to the octagon, the final 8 in the CONCACAF World Cup qualifying, 3 will automatically qualify for the World Cup. And right now, I believe the 4th place team, so say Canada, for example, finishes 4th, will take on 5th from South America. And again, for example, say it's Ecuador. And then they would do the 2 legs, and the winner would head to the World Cup. So if you're Canada, you want to finish 3rd. You don't want to go to that battle. It could also be New Zealand, for example, which would be a much easier task than an Ecuador team. Angie wants a goal. Yeah, I mean, again, Jurgi Löw he's just stubborn, man. I want to see some movement from the bench. I want to see him at least try to switch up this squad. You see Hansi Flick in the stands as well, probably thinking I could do a better job than Jurgi Löw. But I don't know how Jurgi Löw couldn't have done anything to switch it up, man. Oh, that's a nice ball. That's a beautiful ball. To find Rabiot. And rings it off the post. I don't know if it was onside or not. It did look like it. But he was definitely offside. Definitely offside. It was a good opportunity there from Rabiot, though. Put it off the post with his left. I think they were talking about Hussein Kamara from Ligue 1. He is a good one. He's a good one. I believe he's the left back from Nice. But Angie said PSG, which I'm not familiar with the Kamara from PSG. It's nicely done there by Kimmich. Hi, Christopher. Well, hello. My name is Josh. I'm not sure which Christopher, unless you're talking to Christopher Robbins. That would probably make a little bit more sense. Gotcha. So we finished top 3 is good to know. Yes, top 3 automatic. You don't want to go through the playoffs, especially if you get a team from South America. Man, they will be dangerous. And Ecuador would be decent, but I don't know. I'm not comfortable with it. I'm not comfortable with it. I'd rather Canada finish 3rd. It's gonna be tough. Mexico, U.S., Jamaica are all pretty intense. But Canada's got a shout. It's a good ball over there to Ginter. The possession is going to start probably building up a little bit for the Germans as well. Nice ball over to Rudiger. I think he's 16. Okay. I'm definitely not familiar with him then. He's obviously a little bit young. Nice ball there to Rabiot. I don't know. What would you guys do if you're Jurgen Love? What are your subs, and when would you do them? Because for me, I would probably do him if he's not going to do him now, I would do him probably about the 60th. And I'd throw on Leroy Sané. And then if push comes to shove, I'd probably find a way to get Kevin Volland on. But here comes Gozens with a nice ball. Finds Gnabry. Oh, Gnabry with a beautiful opportunity to hit that on the volley. It just blasted it over the net. Beautiful ball by Gozens. It's what he can do well. Looks like Gnabry hit it into the ground. He did. He hit it on the ground. Just popped over. Could have been a beautiful finish. Oh, man. It was a huge chance for the Germans. But in the end, it's a big miss for Gnabry. To Gundogan. Nice ball on out to Kimmich, coming up that right-hand side. Yeah, Chris, that was a good chance. That was what they needed to do, but again, it's a chance not taken. You got to take your chances against this French squad, man. The further this game gets on, the more defensive they're going to get. Set pieces coming up, though. Toni Kroos is going to take it. I think Werner might make an impact in this game. It's so hard because Timo Werner should be someone who's starting for the Germans, and it's sad to see what the season really did for a lot of the fans' perspective on him, because I would rather Volland come in than Werner. It's a nice ball by Kroos, but collected by Lloris in the end. This game's finishing is on par with Timo Werner's finishing. Yeah, I mean Kevin Volland had an excellent season with Monaco, man. It's a good league. He's playing on a good team. Playing with Winston Ben Yedder, they did some dangerous things together. And it would be I don't know, man, it would be a shame. Nicely done there by Paul Pogba. And an excellent challenge to find Kai Havertz. To Joshua Kimmich. 2 negatives make a positive. That's an excellent ball. Look at this pace of Kylian Mbappe, man. Absolutely rapid. But nothing in the end for Neuer. I would like to see some type of change. This German squad is doing the exact same thing over and over and over, and it is just not working. But yeah, if you want 2 negatives to make a positive, man, bring on Timo Werner. There's your option. Thomas Müller with a nice ball. Another nice ball to Havertz. Nice ball to Thomas Müller. Oh, very well done. Very well done by the French back four. Oh, it's another beautiful ball. Hugo Lloris. The Germans, hey, they're building their way back into this game. Being a little bit more proactive in the last few minutes. It was a good opportunity. It was a good look. Gnabry had a nice little pace there. It's a beautiful ball. That's a good touch, man. That's a good touch. That was a good look by Gnabry. Good run. Timo Werner usually on the crowd rather than the goal. Germany way better than expected. They have. I'd still truthfully believe that Jurgen Love got his tactics wrong today. I think he lined up incorrectly. I would have went with the wingers. I think that would have made a little bit of difference. But they have, I mean, the strong suit about this German squad is their midfield players. They're even playing one out on the right wing back. The passing is exceptional. The possession is good. I just felt like they needed to do some type of different approach. But they've been really working back in. They've been pushing it to this France squad. Let me know what your predictions were before the game. If you want to be honest about it. Mine was 2-2. I said 2-2. I thought that it would be a little bit more open of a game. I sort of saw the starting 11 and then expected that would be a little bit different. But it's a nice ball out there to Mats Hummels. I had 1-1. 1-1's another good look. I think we had a couple of those predictions, and arguably the game should be 1-1 right now. Josh, thoughts on if Jurgen Love will change anything for Portugal? No, I don't think he will. I think that he's a very stubborn manager. I think that he probably saw enough to convince him that this team can. Oh, that was a good ball by Kimmich, man. Ah, he blocked it off the line. Oh man, they're looking good now. They're pushing the French back. I completely forgot to put the tracker back on for you guys. I am sorry. There we go. Tracker's back on for any of you guys who may need it. Probably should have had Havertz at striker instead of Serge, and then changed it around. That was the issue of having Havertz and Muller on. I would have went Sané on a wing. I would have went Gnabry on a wing, and then I would have started Muller as the false 9. Havertz wouldn't have been in my starting 11. Or if you desperately wanted to, you could have put Volland in there, had more of a natural striker. You could have honestly put Werner, which never would have happened. And you also could have potentially put Havertz there. But I don't think there was any way that Muller wasn't getting into the starting 11. So with that being said, Gnabry and Sané should have been on the wings with Muller playing through as a false 9. But he wanted Havertz on the pitch, which, I mean, it was hard to put one of them on the wings, and then that's why they're playing as tucked in under as attacking midfielders, and then put Gnabry as a lone striker, which will always be an issue. You need more of the usefulness of him on the wings, or you need a natural number 9, which is just an awkward front 3 nonetheless. Probably should have seen it, but yeah, I agree. My prediction was 3-1 France winning, but it's more looking like a 2-1 kind of game. Yeah, I see that. Impressed with the attack. 2-1 France was my pregame. Yeah, most people going for France. And that's no surprise. That is no surprise to anybody. Pavard got rocked. He did get rocked, man. He got hit pretty hard. Hope he's okay. You never want to see someone go down. It looks like he'll be alright. But they're looking to go, moving back on. Lloris is going to start it. But I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm liking what I'm seeing with the Germans today. France is too OP. Yeah, I see that. Nice little ball there into Havertz, but Hernandez is very, very well. Hopefully they'll give it out of the corner, not a foul, and they will. Corner kick coming up for the Germans with 30 minutes to go. This has to be weird for Pavard playing in Munich for France. I didn't even think of that, man. That's funny. But Joshua Kimmich is taking it. Defended very well. And Toni Kroos is going to let that roll out. I would have grabbed that. Varane looking concerned father. He is a concerned father, man. He's definitely a concerned father. Gnabry does very well around the sides. Kicks it back on up. Finds Kroos. Awful ball by Ginter. It's not who you want crossing the ball in. That was quite dreadful. And now France gets a hit on the break, but Ginter made up for it with a nice little challenge in there. Set pieces have been rough. They have, and it's a shame because we have a lot of set piece specialists. Nicely done. There's no reason why we shouldn't have taken advantage of any of these set pieces. It's a good ball over there to Kroos, though. Finding Antonio Rudiger. Nice ball. Kicks it on up. Finds Kimmich with space. Still no movement from the German bench, which again, they are building their way back into the game. They are making up for the very, very slow start that they had. Finds Havertz, finds Kimmich. Down the side, nice ball in. They're putting France under pressure, man. It's good to see. A lot of people thought that this would be an absolute rollover for France. But if you guys are just joining, be sure to drop a like on the chat. Let me know where you guys are watching from today. Subscribe if you guys are new. Bring a little bit of luck to the German corner coming right now. But again, very easily cleaned up by the France backline. Alex says, with Royce in the national team for the Euros. I wish Royce was there as well, man. But at the same time, from a selfish level, he gave up playing for his national team, which is not an easy decision. So he can prolong his Dortmund career. That's exactly why he did it. He's getting older. He's riddled with injuries. He just came off of excellent form. It totally, to me, makes sense why he did do it. It's a good ball over to Havertz. Does very nicely there as well. Cleaned up pretty nicely there. It's a good look, man. It was a good look. Nice ball. Now the French are going to try to do something here with coming up to the 65th minute. A lot of Bayern players on the field today. As a viewer pointed out, Pavard playing back in Munich for France is always an interesting one. Same as Lucas Hernandez, the two center backs that are actually playing fullbacks. So I always find that strange. To me, it doesn't make sense why Lucas Hernandez and Benjamin Pavard, both good center backs, are playing as fullbacks for this France squad. They find a way to make it work. They did it when they won the World Cup. But it's just, I don't know, it's just a different look, man. But the Germans have been, I don't know, they've been pretty good today. But here comes Griezmann, seeing a little bit of danger coming this way. Good ball out to Benzema. Nice ball over to Gozens. Kicks it back to Rudiger. To Manuel Neuer. Finds Mats Hummels. To Ginter. Nice ball in the end. I think France is about to score again. There's a potential. There's a potential. I propose on behalf of all soccer fans that we divide France into North France and South France. The old school Germany. Mbappe. Well, Gully, I don't know if you're a mind reader or what. Oh, I don't know if they counted it. That would have been a beautiful goal. Gully literally just called it. It is definitely offside, though. Just said he has got a feeling France is about to score again. Or was it offside? I don't know. Griezmann was definitely in an offside position, but it found Mbappe. Just twist and turn. And then an absolutely fantastic finish. But it was given offside. Very lucky in the grand scheme of things, man. Very, very lucky. Gully is a mind reader. That was a beautiful finish by Mbappe if that would have counted. That was an absolutely beautiful finish. But Rudiger starts it back up again. The Germans got lucky, man. They kept this game alive. They have been in this contest. It's not been the easiest go at it, but Pogba does very well there. Takes a nice little look. Finds Antoine Griezmann. But Gully, that would have been an excellent call. I was impressed. Because I simply literally looked down and read that you had a feeling France was going to score, and then France scored, but it was as an offside. But that keeps the game alive, man. France has not had a lot of the possession, and a lot of the chances in the second half has fallen towards Germany. Still no movement from the bench. We're going to throw it over to Angie. Angie, what would you do? Jurgi Löw has to make some type of change coming up. He absolutely does. I don't know. I don't think. I just don't think that they're. I mean, they've had chances in the second half. There's no questioning that, but I still think they need to go to the bench, find some fresh legs, get a new outlook on it. Try to approach the game a little bit differently. And honestly, just find some finishing ability. I'm starting to lean towards the fact to get Kevin Volland on the pitch as soon as possible. Much better finisher, in my opinion, right now than Timo Werner would be. Rudiger did very well there to win the ball back. Found Muller. Comes back to Gnabry. But I don't know. I think something's got to happen here. A lot of you guys are saying bring on Sané. Sané and Volland are my two number one right now to get on the pitch. I'd maybe keep Timo Werner off. Finishing has already been poor today. Nice ball. Werner will probably come on, though, if I'm being honest. At one point, Timo Werner will probably come on. It's a nice ball there by Rudiger. Gozens. They've had some good luck down the left-hand side today with Gozens whipping in balls. Here comes Gundogan. Finds Havertz, top of the box. To Kimmich, right where you want him with a little bit of space. Out for a corner. Out for a corner. And here he is, Leroy Sané. The chat has been screaming for him all game. I would have put him on at halftime, but I'm a proactive manager. What can you do? But you guys were saying Sané, and it does look like he's going to come on. Kimmich is coming in. To Rudiger, and easily taken there by Hugo Lloris. I see Werner on for Gozens to go super attacking. Yeah, I can maybe see that. I don't know if that yellow card is going to come into play on Kimmich or not. I'd put Kimmich in the 6, bring on Sané, Werner, maybe switch Volland, although he doesn't have much experience at this level. He doesn't, but again, when it comes to someone who's on form and can put the ball in the back of the net, I'd let that ball fall to Volland before I let it fall to Werner this any day of the week so far. But we're seeing Havertz a little bit more on the sides right now. Lazy cross, but it leads to a corner. And we're seeing Timo Werner coming on as well. Leroy Sané and Werner are about to come on the pitch. I'm assuming maybe one of Havertz or one of the fullbacks may come off. I'm not sure. But a nice another corner coming in here from Toni Kroos. But again, very easily defended by France. They've been you got to give them credit. They've been very good at their defensive play today. The fact that Germany is not playing Havertz shows that they are not in the right headspace. They are playing Havertz. Havertz is on the pitch today. Or the fact, I don't know what you meant, Gully. Havertz is playing. He's been very poor today. But I'm assuming he'll probably get subbed off. To be fair, that was probably the best set piece of the game. Yeah, it was. Toni Kroos had a good ball in there. It was handled relatively easily. Again, another relatively easy ball handled there by Ginter. Werner and Sané are coming on, though, so I'm very curious to see which formation that they're going to slide into. Maybe one of the back three comes off. You can have Kimmich drop then back to right back. Mbappe is next level. He would have had a beautiful goal if that goal counted. It was a very good look. Was talking about the 16-year-old Kamara. I'm not sure if he's coming next time or not. His first name, something like that. I've not really heard of him. I'll have to do a little look in. But Ginter just went down there with a muscle injury. Maybe changing the subs now. Jeez, I didn't even see him. Usually he's making all sorts of runs. Havertz has been very quiet this game, guys. Havertz has been very quiet. But we're bringing on some pace. We're bringing on a lot of pace with Timo Werner and Leroy Sané coming in for the last 20 or so minutes. Trying to do something for the Germans today. Will be interesting. Drop a like, guys. Subscribe if you guys are new. And if you are a new subscriber, let me know where you guys are watching from. We got about 20 minutes to save the result for Germany today. It is Sané. It's Emre Can. Looks like he's lining back up too. Angie says that Ginter needs to stay on. I have no idea where these subs are falling to. I was surprised to see Emre Can lining up. Another Dortmund boy coming on. Maybe, I'm assuming Chan is lining up to replace Ginter because of the little knee injury. Looks like he's picked up there. Chan has played as an outside center back before. He's done it a lot for Dortmund. No big surprises there. Natural replacement for Ginter. I'm curious to see who's going to be coming off. So it looks like Chan's been told to sit back down. And Ginter looks fine to go, which is, I mean, it's good. I'd like to see Chan come on. Just a reason for Dortmund to come on. But it's Gnabry for Werner. Interesting. Gnabry's had an okay game. Nothing spectacular. Maybe trying to find old Timo Werner's finishing abilities back on. And then Leroy Sané is coming on as well. Angie does not seem impressed with it. Timo Werner coming on the pitch for Gnabry. Not what I would have done. And it is Havertz. Havertz had a tough game. So it is looking like they would go to still the 3-4-3. Muller would then slide into that false 9. Sané will be on one wing. Werner will be on the other wing. It is the tactical decision I would have went with. Doesn't look too bad there by any stretch. So let's see the way that this thing plays out. They switch into the 3-4-3. Werner's playing on the right wing. Sané on the left. And Thomas Muller as your false 9. That's not too bad. It is, again, it's the tactics I would have done. I would hate to see if this match ends 1-0. Well, for some luck, guys, drop a like. If you're going for Germany, drop a like on the chat. And if not, I mean, let me know if you guys are going for France and where you're watching from. It's going to be a good final 15 minutes here. It's a nice ball in. Chris Robbins says good. A little bit of controversy coming towards the end. I like the subs, man. I personally like the subs. Let's see the way that this thing can get on. How many cards in the match, my guy? There's been one yellow, and it's fallen to Joshua Kimmich. He got it early on in the game. It's never good for one of your your main men to pick up a card like that late on. But he picked up a card relatively early. A little bit scary, man. But we got 15 to go. Also, hit the like button. Absolutely. Smash the like button, guys. Subscribe if you guys are new around here. And let's see how this thing plays out. Got a few more. Got about 15 to go. Germany has really been in this match since the get-go. And I think that surprised a lot of people. That's good, bro. I went France first team scorer and then Germany with the most cards. My man. We got some betting knowledge coming in the chat. No problem with that. But yes, Germany. There's only one yellow in the match right now. So I'm assuming. I'll double check for you. I'll bring it up. But it does look like you can win a little bit of money, which is always a good thing. Yeah, there's only one yellow in the match so far. It is Kimmich. Got 15 to go. We're going to lose then, hoping it stays like this. I mean, a huge result for Germany today would be able to pick up some points. Any type of points, man. 2 different bets. Better than having the most cards. I'm going to punch my mother. Oh, there you go. It's an interesting look. Gambling is a sin. Hell, I mean, if you want to put some money down on a game, this is a good one to do so. But it's going to be an interesting match. Let me know if you guys put a bet on the game today. Because the bets I was looking at earlier had Germany and France as equal favorites. I was debating whether to put some money on France, but I didn't want to go against my boys. So I just left it. But we got a gentleman in the chat today who went for a nice little bet, but Germany's going to put on a little bit of the pressure now. Especially with Sané coming back on. They got a little bit more of an attacking flow. France is definitely going to be sitting back. Oh, that's a nice ball. And France is sitting back. I mean, they're going to be very defensive in this match. That's a good ball from Kroos. Does very well to defend it. I still can't understand why Gnabry is out. I'm a little bit surprised with that, but look at the speed of Mbappe, man. Just not a chance for Mats Hummels. Oh, no. I figured that was going to be a red. That was an excellent challenge then by Mats Hummels, man. What a run from Mbappe. And that's where you're going to see Mats Hummels at his worst. It's unfortunately for Mats Hummels, he's going to get burned with that kind of speed. And yeah, that's what you're going to see. Mbappe just absolutely burnt Mats Hummels, went in and a beautiful tackle to not avoid a goal and a red card. It's good to see, man. Angie says, don't you dare. I didn't put any money down. It's okay. I didn't put any money down on them losing. 2-0 France was my prediction. Yeah, if I was going to put money, man, I would have put it on it. Hummels being a bad undercover French citizen. That would have been tough, man. If Hummels took a red card there after the own goal earlier on, would have been a bad look. 2-0 France would be Gucci. From our betting man today, I can see it. It's all right. Mbappe pulled his shirt back. At first glance, man, I was a little bit scared there to see that would come in. But if you guys are new to the stream, guys, be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new, and let me know what you guys think this game is going to turn out. There's still 12 minutes to play. France had a good game. I mean, that's a nice ball. France had a good game, but they've been a lot more defensive. I mean, like I said, with the game being played in Germany, we have players on this pitch that are able to kind of control the tempo, and they've done a very good job. But coming towards the latter end of this stage, you're going to see Mbappe get released. And with this speed, it's going to make things a little bit nerve-wracking. Germany to win right now is 21. Oh, both teams' score is 1-4. That'd be interesting, my man. That'd be interesting. It's not fair. Germany got the tank Conte and the horse Mbappe. Yeah, that'd be interesting, man. This is a good France squad. There's no questioning it. But Germany has done so well with possession today. 2-0 or still 1-0? It's still 1-0 right now. And I don't know, if you want to be bold on it, you could drop a big big bet on Germany to turn this thing around. But what a tackle there by Mats Hummels to not take a red card on Mbappe. Right from behind. I don't know. At first glance, I thought it was going to be a red. I'm going to be completely honest, man. Refs calling the game very passive Kimmich card aside would be nice. That is true. That is true. Nice ball over there to Leroy Sané. Got a little bit of pace. Sané's got some French citizenship in his blood as well. They're going to have to start putting a lot of pressure towards this this back four. That's a very poor ball by Pogba, but Pogba does very well. Nicely done by Paul Pogba to kill off a little bit of time. They're in the last 10 minutes of this match right now. A lot of mistakes. A lot of mistakes there to turn over an opportunity. True Hummels is a hero of both teams. That is true. I got you with the picks, my guy. I like it. Dom, I like it, my man. Rocking the Wales flag as well. I'm assuming that's where you're from. Oh, that's a tough challenge there, and it is a foul given. Got very lucky. Some of the best soccer refs I've seen, to be honest, but we'll see. Dude, I got mad on Jurgi Love because he swapped Gnabry for Havertz instead of Kroos and Muller. Yeah, I was surprised that Gnabry got taken off. It wouldn't have been the play I went for. I didn't think Havertz had a very good game. I would have took him off for sure, but I wouldn't have took off Gnabry. I would have probably looked to take off probably one of your defenders. Usually something that you do when you're chasing a game, but drop a like if you think Conte's a beautiful man. Gully thinks Conte's a beautiful man. I mean, I'm going for Germany today, but you know that Conte is a gorgeous man. You can't question that. That smile is a smile of a winner. But he's been good today. The French team had a strategy. They knew that they weren't going to dominate possession. They sat back. They defended well. They've hit on time to time on the break, and they have the unfortunate own goal. And it looks like they're going to see this one through. Angie said that I'm a quarter French, but definitely for Germany. Oh, there you go. I know Leroy Sané's got some French in him. I can't remember why, if it's I think it's mom or his dad's side, but Havertz just needs space in the offensive mid, and then he has time to shine. I just didn't think this was a setup for Havertz. I think if you looked at the way that the France team was going to line up in the 4-1-2-1-2, It's very congested in the middle. I think that Sané would have been a lot more useful going down the wings. Instead, you played congested. You had Havertz and you had Muller playing under Gnabry. It was so hard to try to break down this squad, and it wasn't an easy task. And I just thought once again, Jurgen Löw got the wrong tactics today. It was frustrating. I'm assuming probably some of you guys agree with it, but either way, the Germans have absolutely dominated the play, and there's still a chance that they can get something from this game. Here comes Ginter. A wicked ball, but a poor delivery in the end. Cleared out well there. We got Hummels. Does well. And now France is just going to sit behind and have to soak up a lot of pressure here. Ginter with a tough challenge by Griezmann on the defensive side of things. I'm from a small town in Germany, not too far from the French border. Went to school in France for a year. Very interesting. Very interesting. Did not know that about Angie. We're learning things, you and I. We're going back and forth. I like it. I'm Canadian, grew up in Canada, went to school in Canada. So yeah, you know. But you know my background's from Germany, so we're here supporting the boys today. They had a good game. There were some good things, but I don't know. I'd find a way to try to get Kevin Volland in the next match. I don't know. Crosses have been poor into the box. They have been relatively poor. Gozens have gotten to some good positions today where he's able to get it in, but all in all, man, it's been another poor. Oh, that's a good ball. Again, it finds Mbappe. I'm thinking this one might be offside. Squares it for Benzema. Benzema finishes it. It might be offside, I'm hoping. If not, this game is over. And our betting man looks pretty happy about it. Do you have an underdog favorite like the Greece of 2004? I'll get to that in a sec. I'm just going to see if this was onside or not. It's looking offside to me at first glance. It's close, but it does look like Mbappe is just offside. It was a beautiful through ball by Paul Pogba, and then again a nice little cross over to Benzema who roofed it. But I think it's going to be offside. And it still leaves the Germans in the game today. And our betting man, Mr. Don, or Dom, will have another shout at it. But do I have an underdog of this Euros that could pull off something like Greece in 2004? I originally, before the tournament started, said Turkey. So I guess it's unfair for me to change my mind, even though it doesn't look like that's the case anymore. It was given offside, though. This game is still going, guys. If that doesn't deserve a like for the Germans, I don't know what does. We still have a way to fight into this match, man. That's two offsides that have come into play. It'd be huge if the Germans can score now. There's 5 minutes to go in this match. We have Kevin Volland and Emre Can coming on. Huge moment, guys. Huge moment in the match. Let's see if some way, shape, or form we can get this going. I think, again, I mean, Jurgen Löw waits so late to make his subs. I don't know why we didn't get Volland on a little bit earlier, but it's a poor ball there. I would get him on as soon as possible. Get something going here. It's going to be a nice ball there. Finds Muller. Kimmich is going up and down the pace. Nice cut back to find Thomas Muller. We need some quality in this cross. And instead hammers it right at Rabiot, but gets a free kick opportunity. Another one. This one's another dangerous set piece. We've been relatively poor with them. But come on, guys. The Germans are still in it. They've brought off Ginter now for Emre Can, and then Volland's coming on. I'm assuming it's got to be for another defensive player in some way, shape, or form. Who's Volland coming on for? Because you need a striker coming in the box. I think it's the right choice getting this man on. On comes Kevin Volland. I'm excited to see this man. He comes on for Gozens. Kevin Volland had an excellent season with Monaco. Scored a lot of goals this year. Dude, if Germany doesn't score now, it's gonna be interesting, man. Tyler is excited as all can be. Chan is on the pitch. Leroy Sané is lining up. This, honestly, it either favors the cross or a shot from Leroy Sané. Absolutely pathetic set piece, man. Oh, my. Leroy Sané absolutely blazed that one over. That's a tough look, man. That's a tough look. It's showing the offside again on the earlier one. Mbappe was just offside. It was a good ball by Pogba. But that was a huge opportunity, and again, set pieces have just been a huge, huge waste. Absolute waste today for the boys. Very poor, but Benzema's coming off. He was very quiet. I don't know what you guys thought about Benzema's performance, but I thought he was very quiet. He could have scored, it was offside. They're putting on Tolisso. Another Bundesliga boy coming on today. Why are set pieces so poor? It's a shame. With Kimmich and Kroos, you have no idea why there should be these kind of issues. I have no idea. I don't understand. But that should be a strength of this German squad, and instead it's honestly it's been a killer. But France is doing well. Another set piece coming on. It is a corner given. Angie says that Benzema was not good. I agree. Gully says, I'm on a 1 minute delay. I love it when you're already telling me what's going on. What's happening. Well, that's got to be annoying, Gully. Another set piece coming up. And again, just absolutely poor corner kick coming from Toni Kroos. Cannot get it over the first defender. Sane's coming with speed down the side. Kicks it back to Emre Can. I'd like to see an Emre Can goal. Why not? Here's some quality. Not really. It was a very poor ball. Handled very awkwardly. And cleared out once again. Just not falling the way. Don't give that a foul. It wasn't. The Germans are coming right back at him. We do need another set piece specialist, man. So Marco Reus could have been very handy. Thomas Müller with a nice ball in the box. Over hit. Volland is kind of well, but wasn't able to keep it in. No, it's not annoying. I like it, bro. There you go. We see France winner and France power in the chat. I'm assuming you're a French supporter, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Does Mbappe ever get tired? No, no, no. Only one sub from France. Let's go France. Dom is going for France. I'm assuming for betting reasons, knowing our new Wales fan there. Crosses, through balls, corners, free kicks have all been incredibly subpar today. They have, man. We're in extra time right now. Doesn't look like things are going to fall. Tristan says FML. Tristan, what were your thoughts on today's match? We got 6 extra minutes coming in. So you either said FML because you're a German supporter and they're losing, or FML because you're a France supporter and there's 6 additional minutes. So a lot of minutes added on to today's match. There is an injury to tend to Rabiot. Wales sucks, bro. So you gotta support someone else some days. Dom, so if not Wales to win this year's Euros, who would you go for? Are you going for France? Chris says 6. Oh my. I'm surprised there's 6 extra minutes, man. That's a lot of extra minutes considering that it's a 1-0 scoreline. There hasn't really been that much, I don't think, to lead to that many minutes, but not entirely mad for the French is winning because I took French in high school. There you go. I took French in high school as well. I did very poor in it. Not going to lie. Very poor. But Rabiot looks like he's going to be okay, and there's going to be quite a few extra minutes. Wales aren't winning the Euros. What are you smoking, bro? No, I said since they're not probably going to win the Euros, or they're not going to win the Euros, who would you like to win obviously instead of them? Who would be your second team? Hummels with a nice ball to Toni Kroos. I did good, but bombed the final last year. My French teacher in high school told me that she'd pass me with a 60 if I promised not to take French after grade 9. So I made that deal. So I only took French till grade 9. So you know. Dom says France or Germany, I think. Well, there you go. You can join the German train here on the channel. I like it. I like it. I wouldn't say that the Germans are the favorites by any stretch. I think that there's a lot of holes in it in this squad. It's a good little look there by Leroy Sané. Nice ball out on over to Joshua Kimmich. Oh, Mulla, what are you doing, my man? Grip of the Gengar is back. Nice Pokemon reference. Nice profile picture as well. I'm digging it. Oh, that's a good ball. Tell me that's a foul. Thomas Muller again. Been putting across left, right, and center. Wales love being underdogs. We could have another 2016. There you go. They were underdogs in that year, man. Chris Coleman did a fantastic job. Knocked out the Belgians. That was supposed to be their tournament. Your French teacher is the real one. I was so grateful. I knew absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing about French. And I would have failed that final. I would have failed the course. And she said, I'll give you 60. You have to promise not to take it again after grade 9. It's mandatory in Canada till grade 9. So I made that deal every day of the week. Italy is very strong. Italy is very strong. I think they were overlooked this year. The Belgium team is strong as well. I do think that there's some holes with their system. I watch Thorgan Hazard each and every week, and I don't think he should be playing as a left wing back for a team to win the Euros. That's just my opinion. Ousmane Dembele is coming on. A 60 is the passing grade in Canada. No, a 50 is. A 50 is. But she said she didn't want to give a 50 because it looked like she just passed me to pass me. So she said, I'll give you a 60. That was the deal. And that was still that was probably the worst mark in the class. It was French 1 in Canada. It was very easy. I had a poor French teacher in public school. And my French teacher in high school knew it. So she said, I'll give you a 60. It's the worst mark in the class. Doesn't look like I obviously passed you, but you can't take French again. So I made the deal. And I felt like I was the real winner. But there's 2 minutes left in this game. Dembele should score. Well, I'm going to put some money on it. My money was on Lukaku to get the golden boot in this tournament. And, I mean, I looked to a nice start there. He scored 2 goals in his opening match. Nice little ball there to Toni Kroos. Nice ball to Sané, who slips. 65 and 50 is a big jump. Yes, I have a couple buddies from the U.S., and they told me in high school 65 was a passing grade. 50 was a passing grade in Canada. So I'm glad I was Canadian. Otherwise, I would have failed a handful of classes. French being one of them. There's a minute left to go and out of time, but there was that Rabiot injury, so there's still probably a few minutes to be played in this match. Drop a like, guys, one last time. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Unfortunately, the Germans, they played well. Again, tactically, I think Jurgi Löw could have been better. But, I mean, they dominated possession. They had their chances. They didn't take them. There's nothing to hang their heads over. At least they showed they can play with one of the best, if not the best team in the world. But they are running out of chances with about a minute to go. But it'd be incredible if they could figure out a way to get there. Emre Can is on the pitch. Our guy's going forward. He can pick out a pass when he needs to, as he just did there. It was an excellent pass for Sané. Sané does well. Finds a beautiful ball. Oh. More important result, Canada or Germany? Canada. I mean, Germany can win this or lose this first game and still have a chance later in the tournament. Canada need a result later today. They need a result later today to move on to the Octagon. So our second watch along of the day will be fun. It'll be cheering on my home nation. If you guys want to drop into it, it'll be at like, I don't know, if you're from Europe, you probably won't because it's way later in the day. But I'm excited for it. It's a huge day for Canada and football in this country, and hopefully we'll get something done there. Germany and Spain flopping. I mean, Germany losing to France I don't think is a surprise to anyone. I think if Germany beat France today, it would have been a surprise. And Spain had a pathetic effort. That game against Sweden was very poor. There's a good ball there by Neuer, though. One last chance for the Germans. Heads it out. 7 minutes have been played in today's game. And no final whistle quite yet. It's got to come any second now. I don't think Germany's going to get another chance. It was a professional effort by France, man. They went in there with a game plan. They stuck to it. Germany, I don't think, adapted enough to really cause any issues to this back four. I don't know. A little frustrating. But I don't know. I still think Germany can take a lot from this game. If Jurgi Löw is willing to adapt some of their tactics, there's an opportunity that they may be able to take on Portugal and hopefully at least Hungary to have a chance to qualify for the knockout stages. But almost 8 minutes have been played of extra time here. France has taken their sweet time to see this one through and get a vital first win. Angie's probably not having it. Jurgi Löw deserves to be fired and replaced by Hansi. Well, that has happened. It's just he's going to technically step down after the Euros. And there's the match. Final score, France 1, Germany 0. I don't know. That was a frustrating game. A lot of things that I thought that Jurgi Löw would have done, he did differently. I don't think he approached the game right from the get-go. But, I mean, kudos to France. Like I said, they had a game plan. I thought they executed it to absolute perfection. Did very, very well in terms of kind of handling the pressure, taking their oppositions. They could have honestly scored a few. Dom in the chat is excited. He won his bet, so there you go. At least some money is won by some of our guys there. But I don't know. It's a little disappointing, man. All in all, but I don't think you can be too surprised by it. There's still a big opportunity for Germany to do something at least with the next couple games. They can take some. I would switch up the front three for sure. But I don't know. What do you guys think about the game? Because I think it was an opportunity missed. I thought the Germans played a lot better than a lot of people probably gave them credit for. Did very well with possession, had their opportunities. Desperately lacking a number 9, lacking some finishing ability. Didn't take advantage of the wings by any stretch. I don't know. I feel like it was a big opportunity missed. We can put up the stats for you guys. Shots on target. Those stats are, only one shot on target each. Those are very interesting stats. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see how they can get on. It's okay. Germany will win over Portugal. They can take something from this game. This game was not by any stretch a poor effort. Canada's number 1. Oh, Canada. Hey, there you go. I like that. 1 goal of France, Germany was Mats Hummels. Anyone bet on that? Well, if you bet an own goal by Mats Hummels, you probably would have won a lot of money in this match. Poor finishing from Germany. Spot on. I agree. This game was there for Germany to take. It absolutely was. It's frustrating, but a lot of people were under the impression that that France would take this game kind of to them, and I don't think that happened. I think with the stats that you guys see on the screen there, I don't know. I think there was a lot to learn from. I just think that front three was an issue at some times, that Jurgi Löw didn't take the opportunity to kind of address some of the key decision makings that he had to do to really put it to this French team, and it was just, in the end, it was a little frustrating. Had Portugal first goal result over my 5 corners. You've been betting on everything, my man. I like it. The details are there to win some money, and you went for it. Angie says lost on an own goal. Just want to kick Mats Hummels' butt. No love lost for our boy there. Germany needs Jonathan David. Got some Canadians in the picture. I love it. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys do? Would you start Leroy Sané next game, or do you start Kevin Volland and try to switch up the tactics? Take some notes, fellas. You're getting some free betting tips coming in. I'm digging it. I knew that Didier Deschamps just countered Jurgen's tactics with his tactics. He did. You got to give credit where credit's due, man. He lined up absolutely perfectly. He defended the Germans to perfection, and he got the result that, I wouldn't say deserved, but with the finishing and the tactics that Jurgi Löw went for, it's not surprising. Santos' Portuguese coach is a master of not conceding goals. And it could be frustrating, man. It could be frustrating. I'll take 1 goal down to Hungary, 3 down. Yeah, I don't know. There are some positives to take. I would definitely make another approach in the next couple games. To be honest, I don't think Germany is beating Portugal. They're playing really good. The mandatory game coming in is they're going to have to take points off of Hungary if they want any chance of moving on. Nobody wants France winning this again. I agree. And like I said, this was an opportunity missed from Germany today. It was a huge opportunity missed from the Germans. I thought they were the better team. I just had a feeling that front three was going to bite us in the butt, and it did. There was no real cohesion. They were lacking a number 9. They didn't take advantage of the wings. There's a lot you can say, but I don't know, man. Too many mistakes by our offense. Defense was good. with the offside. To be honest, they had to mark better, and still the offense is bad. Well said, and I agree. I thought the back line did well. I mean, there was a few chances that France could have had, but they played the offside trap well. It's just, yeah, there were a lot of issues with it, and I thought a lot of it came from the attack. I'd like to see Leroy Sané and arguably Kevin Volland somehow integrate into the next game. French, let's go. If I was German, I would offer Conte German citizenship. Wouldn't we all, man? Wouldn't we all? Well, I'm not Canadian. I'm Mexican-American. Just wanted to give Canada some love. I love that, my friend. I love that. Being Canadian, you'll never deny that. Samuel digging the French victory. France is going to drop quicker than the Titanic. Max Johnson is not having it. Wouldn't start Volland unless he's perfect in training. I just think he had a great season. He can give you that goal threat that you need. If you don't start Volland, I would have Sané and I would have Gnabry on the wings with Muller as your false 9. If not, maybe go to a 4-2-3-1. You can get Volland in there as well, but there's got to be more of a goal threat for this team if they're going to look at any way of shape or form of getting some goals in. To be honest, bring back club football. Cora's not having it with the international. I'm Canadian and I want France to win. I like it, Samuel. Why is that? Do you have any French in your background, or they're your team? I don't think Portugal deserved to win 3-0. They definitely didn't. I think they deserved to win by 1. They obviously took it to the Hungarians towards the end of the game. Hungarians obviously had the unlucky goal that was ruled off. It was tough. Never felt Germany was a threat to score. Kimmich at right wing back. He did play at right wing back. I thought he was good there. I thought you got to utilize him. He's a very good crosser of the ball, and also was able to get Gundogan and, of course, Kroos playing through the middle. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot to take a look at for the Germans today. Mo was excited. Hummel's slide tackle on Mbappe's was absolutely lit. It was a good challenge, man. It was a very good challenge. Now we need to root for France over Portugal and then win by 1. Yes, we do, man. And I don't know, the Portuguese and France game is going to be a good one. It's going to be a scary one for us, but maybe the first game took the nerves out of Havertz. Yeah, I mean, you could argue you can give him another shot. It'll be interesting. Samuel says he's got some French background. That makes sense. I got some German background as to why I go for Germany in the Euros. Will you stream at 9 p.m. now, bro? Yes, I will. For any of you Canadians out there, anyone who's interested in watching the Canada-Haiti game, that is our late watch-along today. And I'm excited for it. Got to watch my 2 technical nationalities play today. My background of Germany, got to watch the Germans. Poor result, but hopefully the Canadians, where I'm from, where I live, where I was born, can make up for it tonight. Gundogan had a silent day. He did. Kimmich played fine, and I thought he did as well. I thought Kimmich was fine at the right wing back. I don't think he was the issue. I thought the defense was good. I thought the midfield was decent. It was the attack. Not taking opportunities when we needed to. Could have been a different story. It's frustrating nonetheless. But again, there's a lot of positives still to take. If Jurgen Love can learn from it, do something out of it, we'll have to take a look. Go Canada. Samuel, I like it, my man. I like it. We'll be cheering on Canada tonight. It'll be fun. Like Chelsea versus Man City game. There you go. Scottish is here. How you doing, my friend? Do a player ratings for Germany if I can. I can do that very, very quickly if you guys want me to. I'll do it quickly. You can put any of it in the chat if you guys want. Neuer, I thought was good. I don't know how to give him too much of one, but I mean, 7 out of 10. Ginter's 7 out of 10. Hummels, I mean, he had the own goal, but I thought he was still pretty good. He got burned a couple times. I'd probably give him 6.5 out of 10. Rudiger, again, decent, 7 out of 10. I like what Kimmich did today. I'd give him a 7.5 out of 10. I thought he had to go into a role. Obviously, he hasn't played in a while. I thought he was very good. Gundogan a little quiet. I'd probably give him a 6 out of 10. Toni Kroos, a standard 7. Gozens had his moments. Probably a 6 out of 10. I mean, I liked some of the crosses, but they really led to nothing. Kai Havertz was poor. I'd probably give him a 5 out of 10. Thomas Muller was trying to involve the play, do what he could. I'd give him a 7. He was decent. Gnabry was probably a 6.5. Again, didn't take his chances. It was tough. And looking at the bench, I mean, Werner, Sané, Chan, and Vollen, I don't think you can give them too much of a rating. If you had to, probably 6. I don't know. It was tough. I mean, there were some good performances today. There were some tough ones, but I don't know, man. It's frustrating. Neuer 7.8. I'd give that's fair. I said 7.5, but I mean 7.8. I have no problem with that. German attackers were very casual. That's a good way to describe it, man. It's a very good way to describe it. And I thought that was the biggest issue with the front three. Havertz was bad. Vollen was bad too after coming in. Kimmich needs to move back to the mid and can influence games, and the 4 back is the way to go. I mean, if you're going to switch to a back 4, you could move Kimmich in. You could have him with Gundogan. You could have him with Toni Kroos. You could slide Klosterman into the right back. Gozens as the left. I just don't think Jurgen Klopp's comfortable playing with the back 4. I think nowadays, the standard of football he likes to play, he likes going with the 3-4-2-1 or the 3-4-3. And out of that, I would go with the 3-4-3. I think that's just the best way to approach it. But I do agree. I mean, on hindsight, there's a lot of things that you could do for this match. I would have no problem with Germany playing a 3-4-3 or a 4-2-3-1 by that rate. But I just don't see Jurgen Klopp doing it. You could have Vollen as your striker, Muller as your cam, Sané, Gnabry on your wings, and then you have Kimmich and Gundogan or Kroos as your holding midfielders. Like, there's a lot of things you could play with this squad, but I just don't think Jurgen Klopp's got the cojones to pull it off. Best player in the team in today's performance for Germany? I don't know, man. It's a good question. I don't know who shined for you guys today. I mean, I don't know. I liked a lot of what Muller was doing. A lot of it didn't work for him today, but I did think that he had a good game. Gully clearly thinks Hummels with the 15 out of 10 is interesting. Gnabry could have seriously done well with the chance that he fired over the net. He could have. I mean, and that's the thing. That's an opportunity against this France squad that you have to take. France looked like an African team. France defended very well. They played very well today, man. I just thought they had the right approach. Didier Deschamps very good with tactics, and it worked well. Wouldn't have played at a back 4 in this game. I personally don't think Jurgen Klopp will play with a back 4 in any match. I don't think he would. Gully says man of the match is Hummels. The match over, it is. Disappointing defeat. Germany was going toe-to-toe with France. I thought it was a good game, but unfortunately wasn't meant to be, and France won 1-0. King Kong says Germany needs to play more wide with the back 4. Would have been easier to stretch out the back line. It was easier to defend for France than just cut out the long balls in the midfield. My number one notice of this game is when I took a look at the lineup and took a look that France was going with that 4-1-2-1-2 formation. They have 2 fullbacks that are center backs. Why not take advantage of the wings? Why would you not have Sané and Gnabry out there with your link-up man, Muller? Why would you play a congested center midfield with Havertz and Thomas Muller and then have Gnabry play a position as that lone striker, which ultimately, in my opinion, was the main reason that things didn't go our way. But I do take your point, my friend. Kimmich and Neuer and Hummels were fire. Hummels, in my opinion, at his age with his pace, is best in a back 3. He doesn't do it with Dortmund, but when he does, he has that protection beside him with Rudiger, with Ginter. But I mean, he got burned a couple times today, man. Mbappe was not fun taking a run at this back 3, man. It was scary from times. We did well with our positioning to lead to the offside trap. Hoping Goretzka's ready for the next game. Kimmich, Ginter, and Muller were good. Yeah, I thought Ginter had a good game. Angie said earlier in the game she was impressed. Gundogan had a relatively poor game for his standards. He said he had a couple half chances too. He did, which usually he would take them, man. Seriously, is Ginter right back? They don't have a proper right back because I feel like Ginter is more of a center back. Ginter is a center back, and he played as an outside center back today with Kimmich as your wing back. But we have Klosterman. If you're looking for someone who can play at that right back, you can have Klosterman in this squad. I'm not sure why you wouldn't do that. If you wanted to go with the 4-back formation, you have Kimmich, you have Gundogan, you have Kroos as your 3 midfielders. Then you have Klosterman as your right back. Pick your duo as your 2 center backs with, say, Hummels, say, Rudiger, I guess, out of those 2, and then you have Gozens as your left back. But again, when it comes to Jurgen Klopp, I don't see him going away from this back 3. I don't know. I don't see him doing it, but he definitely could if he wanted to. There's a lot of options here. Ginter is a CB. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's a center back through and through, but he can play as an outside center back, and he's played as a right back from time to time as well. What a run from Mbappe. Mbappe was a nightmare. I mean, an absolute nightmare. Watching him burn Hummels was hard to watch on the eyes. It's not obviously Hummels' strong suit, but when he gets put in those situations, it's never going to be a good outcome. He had a world-class challenge not to take a red card or a penalty. 4-3-4 should be the lineup. I'm assuming you mean a 4-3-3, but you could rock a 4-3-3. You absolutely could with that false 9. Ginter is reliable to do whatever he has to be done. I agree. I do think he's best as just a center back, in my opinion, but he's nothing wrong with him playing as an outside center back. I don't prefer him in a right back position whatsoever, but the Bayern Muller was absent today. He was trying, man. I mean, Muller was trying to create things. I thought him and Havertz were running into each other a little too much. I would have preferred for Muller to be playing in like a 10 role with a couple wingers beside him or a false 9 role. It was a little frustrating. I absolutely agree, but Luke says Muller is a liability in Germany, just as we saw in 2019. If you're going to go without Muller, then you would have to find a way, I'm assuming, to get Volland in there. You could start Volland as your striker. You could have 2 wingers. There's so many different ways to approach this team. I didn't think Muller was too bad today, in my opinion. I thought he was decent. At least he was trying to lead to things. They didn't always work, but at least it was there. But I don't know. If I was going to build you my preferable without taking Jurgen Love's opinions into effect, if I was going to build you a 4-3-3, I'd go Neuer, I'd go Klosterman at right back, I'd go Hummels, Rudiger as your 2 center backs, Gosens left back, Kimmich, Gundogan, Kroos as your 3 midfielders. I'd go Sané, Gnabry on the wings, and I'd probably start Volland up front. But if you didn't want to go Volland because of the experience, you could throw Havertz up there as a false 9 or Muller as a false 9. 4-2-3-1 could work as well. Same formation I just talked about, except probably take out Klosterman, move Kimmich to right back, have Kroos and Gundogan your 2 holding midfielders. Muller would then be your cam, Gnabry, Sané on the wings, and then Volland would be your striker. Like, there's so much you can do with this team, and yet Jurgen Love found a way to, I don't know, just find a way not to make it work. And I think playing the 2 floating attacking midfielders under Gnabry was, in my opinion, the number 1 reason why. Royce would have scored. Well, the set pieces were another huge issue. Having the likes of Kimmich and Toni Kroos on the pitch and not being able to do anything with your set piece situations, especially corner after corner, was massive. Was a massive disappointment. Angie says we need Muller. I agree, and I think he will probably start every game. Germany was looking for Lewandowski, but he played yesterday. Yeah, Lewandowski on this squad would be dangerous. I just think that this game was boring. Portugal and Hungary had more quality. This game had a nice pace to it. I mean, but that's coming from me. I watched bits and pieces of the Portugal game, mostly towards the end. If you watch the Spain-Sweden game, that was painful on the eyes. This game was far better than it. But I watched the tail end of the Portugal game, and it was a lot of fun. 3-5-2, Kimmich has to be in the midfield. I don't know about the 2, just because we don't have natural strikers that can play in a 2-man striker formation. We need wingers. You could arguably, I guess, play Havertz and Muller or Havertz and Volland, but it's just a weird look for me. I think you need wingers. The whole team for the next match, and seriously, we need a proper number 9 like Holland. We do, and I guess if you're gonna go for a proper number 9 with this squad, you start Kevin Volland. It's as easy as that. We have Sula too, who's fast. And people don't think so. Nicolas Sula is very fast. There's a lot of stats on that as well. He's built differently, man, but he's got some pace. And we've seen him play as a right back for Bayern this year as well. So, again, I'm surprised Nicolas Sula wouldn't make a jump at some point to maybe start in front of Ginter, playing that right-hand side. Will be interesting, though. Muller is a great player, just didn't fit in today with the manager's tactics. Absolutely agree. Scottish, absolutely agree. Needed to, in my opinion, to play with a 4-2-3-1 or have a set of proper wingers on the outside while he played in a false 9. Didn't happen, and you saw him severely punished for it. City players are doing their job, which they are capable of. City players doing their job. I mean, in today's match, I mean, I don't know. I thought Gundogan, if I'm looking at that City player, had a he had a bit of a down game. It wasn't Gundogan's best match. Spain and Sweden was dead. One of the worst games of football I've ever watched, if I'm being completely honest. Sula is fast, long distance, but acceleration is worse. That's true. And it's why, like I said, I mean, at his best, he'll have to play in a back four, for sure. Griezmann is good, but needs more stamina. Griezmann was a little quiet today. So was Benzema. Like, France did a lot of defending. They didn't have a ton of the possession, which I said is why it was a big missed opportunity for the boys today, which again is just a shame. Hopefully Goretzka starts ahead of Gundogan next match. He was dreadful. I agree. I mean, I'm a big fan of Gundogan. I thought that he could have been that box-to-box number 8 in this kind of game. Could have really brought that goal-scoring streak, or at least playmaking streak he had with City this year. Didn't see any of it. I think maybe having Goretzka on the pitch could link up a little bit more with some of the Bayern players. But, I don't know. 4-2-3-1 is the best, or the 4-4-2-4. Well, definitely not the 4-2-4. I mean, I'd go with a nice proper 4-2-3-1. But again, if you're giving my opinion with Jurgi Löw, you're going to see a 3-4-3 probably, or another 3-4-2-1 for the next few games. Gozens is a no-no for me. If you went to that back forward, you could put Gunter in, and he plays more of a natural left-back role than Gozens does anyways. But, I mean, a lot of people weren't impressed with Gozens' performance today. I thought he did decent getting up and down the pitch. Crossing was poor, but I take your guys' point. If Germany wins against Hungary, they are 90% to go through because the thirds with the most points goes through. One win in this group is vital. I agree. You're spot on, my man. One win is all it takes for this group to probably see Germany go through. Who knows what would happen in that Portugal match? Even if they get a draw and they win against Hungary, they're laughing and will definitely go through with those results. But again, this isn't the worst thing to happen. No one really probably thought that they were going to take a big win off the game today anyways. But it just sucks knowing that I thought they were the better team. I do. Lack of a number 9, had a big issue with it. And Jurgi Löw, I think, being a little bit stubborn on some of his tactics. But guys, I'm going to wrap it up for there today. I appreciate you guys tuning in for the watch along. It was a lot of fun. A lot better than watching the Sweden and Spain game. We'll be cheering on Germany for the remainder of these Euros. It was a good one as well. Hopefully we got some new people joining the channel. Be sure to drop a like on the way out. Subscribe if you guys are new. Really appreciate the support. And we'll be having another late watch along tonight as I cheer on my home country, Canada. So appreciate all the support, my friend. Hopefully we'll see some more subs to the channel. Appreciate it, and we'll talk to you guys soon.